morning, lovely people. Happy Friday, the 15th of September. Welcome to TDA the day after, your favourite news platform and the home of popular culture as defined by the culture. But before we introduce ourselves, we do have to apologise for the lateness. It was a whole very chaotic morning. So apologies about that. But I see y'all are ready to go anyways in the comments. So let's introduce ourselves.
I'm your boy, Big Moss from the east side of the bridge, 6 foot plus of pure temptation. Morning.
Not a peace sign. I am your favourite shade queen, my own royalty.
Morning, it's your boy Big Man Use, aka I told y'all.
Okay. Right.
Oh my gosh. It's your girl just doing.
Okay, everyone's on a peace sign this morning.
And they call me E-Man, the pro-black activist, TDA producer, news analyst, melanin jam-packed.
First of all, you did a great job yesterday.
Oh, thank you.
You did. You didn't introduce yourself though.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, you didn't do your intro. I was like, oh. You went straight to asking about, because you're caring. You went straight to asking how Brent was. It was very lovely after shading us, but it was fine. It was all good. All right, how's everyone doing this morning?
Yeah, we're all right, man.
You like a senior citizen.
Why?
The way you're holding your phone.
And the way you're looking through the one finger, and you're like, so you're reading, literally.
Yeah, but I'm old, man. This is how old people use their phone, isn't
This
it?
is, yes.
Yeah, no, that's what you got to do, man.
The investigative.
Yeah, just do some research.
Yeah, I love that. Love that for you, King. All right, so our first question of the day is interesting today. I guess Bard keeps up with trending things.
Did you watch Top Boy?
I did watch.
Are you doing that before or after the question of the day?
Is it after the question of the day?
Okay.
Or should we do Top Boy before? Which is juicy. I think Top Boy is... The question of the day is juicier.
You want to...
Yeah.
Oh,
I
you
want
bouncing?
to speak to the chat. Yeah.
You want to... What?
I'll be speaking to
He
the
hasn't
chat.
watched it.
And I haven't watched it.
Oh, okay.
He was right.
I'm going to put the thing up. Hold
I was
up.
right about what?
About
No,
me
you wouldn't watch
watching
it. No, because I saw in your eyes that you weren't going to. I know what you're going to do. I know you didn't have time to watch it. And I saw you trying to be like, yeah, I'll make time. I said, this man is not making time. He hasn't got time. So have you watched it, Marks?
Yeah, but I missed the
Don't lie
last...
to me.
I haven't seen the last episode.
What? That's like the one you should have watched.
Yeah, I
So
forgot.
you don't know how it concludes?
I mean,
Don't worry,
I've
we're
seen
going to tell him.
I've
It's
seen
alright.
enough spoilers and stuff online.
Yeah, well, we're gonna spoil it anyway, so
You get me?
How can Iman step outside?
if you wanna leave too.
E-Man, that has given me the ick.
No, if I was interested, I'll leave too.
Fair. All right, so Top Boy. Initial reactions, initial thoughts.
All right, for the next 20 minutes, we are going to be
30.
spoiling... 30 minutes, we're going to be spoiling Top
Top Boy
Boy.
in that long.
30?
It was
I just-
six, it
I
was
just-
6 episodes.
I just said that as a joke.
We can do this in 15.
There is a banner at the bottom of the screen. When it's not showing, we would have finished. So
We'd
you
have
can
moved
mute
on.
it.
Yes. So initial thoughts.
It was rushed.
Yeah, I think
I feel like it was rushed.
I feel like 6 episodes. I feel like they should have done 10. I feel like they could have built up certain stories a bit more.
Did you clock there was a theme though? So season 1 had 10 episodes, season 2 had 8, and season 3 has 6.
Bun that
But
theme,
also though, not Banda, I never heard you say that.
Bun that theme.
But also though, I feel like the whole rush thing, the whole rush situation is part of the theme. Because they run out of time with everything. Because every storyline had to do with running out of time. So I felt like that was a whole...
I'm not gonna lie.
I don't think it was realistic though. I feel like there was no like story building. It was just like you go from one thing to another. Do you get what I mean? Like there was no conclusion to a lot of the things, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Which didn't allow me to kind of get really drawn into it. Does that make sense?
What do you mean? I thought those conclusions.
No, like, all right, cool. So, like them killing the Irish, doing that whole thing.
That was
Yeah, they were
pointless.
irrelevant.
That was-
They
I
were
just
irrelevant.
No.
I thought they were fillers.
They
What was
weren't.
the point?
They weren't even irrelevant. They were very relevant, but they killed them off for no reason.
Like you killed them off, and then where do we go from
They-
here?
I don't even know why they had
backlash
to
to
see
that.
them.
The thing
No,
is, remember,
you get to see the backlash.
They came in like the big bad bosses.
But that's what-
they killed the. What was it? The Mexicans? It was not Mexicans. The
Moroccans.
Moroccans.
Yeah.
Not me thinking about the Serbians.
Like
Sorry.
it was child's play. So they were meant to be the big bad guys, right?
They're supposed to be the antagonists for the series.
Exactly, and they got killed off like that.
That
was
so
stupid.
you see the last final scene. Speculation is that could have been their revenge.
That was
I was
Jack.
Sai.
That
I
was
thought
Jack.
it was Sai.
That was Jack. You could tell by the bop. Look at the scene. Look
I
at
didn't
the
think
bop.
I didn't
think Jack could do that.
I don't think it was
that
Jack.
was one. I'm telling you.
Ain't Jack
Someone said it's the
For me,
answer.
No, I'm thinking it's Sai.
It's not Sai. Trust me. Look at. I know this is very intricate, but look at I watched that scene bare times. It was Jack.
But why did it cipher up like that though?
Because he got guns shoved down his throat.
Yeah, but it was like a throw up. I said, damn.
Trust me, the person who killed Thingy.
You've been doing all day, Ian.
I didn't think of Jack, but the point is,
I thought Jack, but I didn't think
I didn't think about the Irish people. My whole thing is, let's like. To me, you've killed Lobos, innit? Like, of power. Like, you've killed the big head.
Yeah.
Did you watch Power?
Also.
What I did?
So I'm saying, remember in Power who Lobos was?
I'm saying like, who's the equivalent? Okay.
So you've killed like the head honcho, right? Mm-hmm. The connects, the person who, like, where you getting your food from now?
Bruv,
like, where you get
they came in like Thanos, like they were here to take over, and they got duppied.
And you killed them. Easy. And then my thing is, also, when I feel like when you kill bosses or people of that level, it doesn't end there. Because remember, there's other people that they respond to or like that they have to give food. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, someone's going to come looking.
And also, Kano got shot in that scene.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, no injuries.
And no injury, nothing.
No injuries before.
Nothing.
Man got shot and went down like a ton of bricks. But then that was it. It wasn't mentioned again. But when Shane got shot, he started crying and he died.
But you know what, though?
Wait, you ain't seen that part yet, sorry.
Okay.
All right.
To be fair,
I'm not impressed with Top Boy, to be honest with you, so I wasn't bothered.
Also, Steph's whole story arc was pointless. If he wasn't going to kill Sully, it was pointless.
I was a bit disappointed when he didn't do it in the end,
and I didn't want him to do it so
bad.
I
didn't
because I was like, if he did it, that takes away everything that Jamie did.
Then why was he there? He just had a teenage love affair. He didn't do anything.
No, but it showed how he was grieving.
The grieving was the grieving.
And I like the fact that they both had a common ground. Sully killed someone that they both
No, that's all fair and dandy, but I'm saying for there to be a build up, even the whole gun tutorial, all that stuff, right?
Or when he's in his bedroom.
No, I don't think so.
No, when he's in his bedroom, when Sai was teaching him how to use the gun.
Yeah.
For him not to kill, and even the dialogue to be, so how does it feel? No.
I feel like that was the most realistic part. I can't lie to you because I feel like his storyline.
I know it's the kids.
I feel like his storyline was one of the most realistic ones because I did wonder, like, what's Aaron gonna do?
We didn't even know. We didn't see what Aaron done.
Look, Aaron's in school. Aaron's in uni.
So we can't have a quick call. Yo, bro.
Sorry, you know how like he was then in the home being taken care of, and then having to like them watching over him, all that kind of stuff. I feel like his storyline was good. I did not want him to kill him at all. Like I was rooting for him. I was like, if you do this, you can't go back from this.
And the fact that Aaron wasn't in the whole series makes no sense. We didn't even get to see.
What was Aaron going to do? Aaron is the most irrelevant person.
Come on.
I
know.
Aaron has never done anything other seasons.
He chose not to be what?
Yeah, he said an interview and he said that they gave him like 2 lines. It was pointless.
Oh, he chose not to be in the series.
He chose to come back.
Yeah, but what did Aaron do in other seasons that was relevant to the stories?
The thing, but do you know why?
Even to call his brother.
Do you know why I thought it didn't make sense?
Maybe that was just 2 lines that you gave up.
Maybe.
The reason why I think it didn't make sense is because in reality, like I feel like if in reality for that to actually happen, I don't think Aaron should have went to uni. In my opinion, right? No, Esther, hear me. So you're telling me
I'm not giving up my dreams, sis.
I'm not telling you to give up your dreams. I'm talking about deferring. Think about it, knowing who you are and you're. Are you the oldest?
Never. What happened?
Are you the oldest?
It's gonna keep doing that.
Okay.
Are you the oldest?
I'm an oldest girl, so girl.
Right. Okay, but let's say you've got an older brother, and it's you and you got your younger sister, and then God forbid your older brother passes away.
Yeah.
Knowing who you are, and knowing how young your sister is, I don't think you're gonna leave and go to uni and leave your sister.
No, but you know what it is though? That's why I feel like it was relevant for us to know where Aaron was and the fact that the home he was in, being looked after, and the fact that other people in the community were always asking him, like, are you okay? Are you okay? Like, so I feel like for me it made sense because again he's being looked after. He's still living where they used to live and whatnot. He's got 2 guardians now. Everyone in the community is asking after him. It makes sense
purely based on the fact that our eldest brother, although he was doing what he was doing,
and you're nowhere to be found.
Although he was doing what he was
doing. But what am I
doing
doing for the year off, please?
Although he was doing what he was doing, his main priority was making sure that we were straight.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I mean?
But you know, like if Aaron stays here, Aaron is old enough where like he should essentially legally can live by himself, right? This is why they have to make it realistic. It was better for Aaron to go for Steph to have somewhere to live. Because how is Aaron going to defer for 1 year or however many years? He's going to have to be the one to pay rent, pay bills, pay this, council tax, all that kind of stuff. That's not realistic. If Aaron had stayed back and was now the one who was running the home, that is unrealistic for me.
My thing is
because you can't afford it.
It's not even Aaron.
He's a kid. He's 19.
It's not even Aaron not going to uni. It's just him being in the show full stop. The fact that he wasn't actually in the series. Now that you give me context, okay, cool. He refused because the lines were too short. But they should have written him more lines then.
To be fair though, the way the writers moved, Kano was just about in that shit. He hadn't promoted it once.
Kano was in.
No, I'm saying he was just about in it. So basically, he and actually they basically didn't like the story. They didn't like the writing. Didn't like anything. And that's why he hasn't promoted it. Kano hasn't said anything about it.
I don't even like it. So if this is what happened when you lot pushed, and this is the better version, what the hell was the original?
But I have a theory though, because remember, Kano walked off the set.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
And the rumor was because they wrote in that his character was going to snitch.
Oh no, that's wild. They can't do that.
So if you look at the show now, there's no indication of anywhere where Kano would have snitched. That means that they probably rewrote almost everything.
I think that Jack doing what she did though. To be honest, I get it, because even Jack doing what she did, that's grief,
foolish.
man.
It was dumb, but
it
also showed how people grieve, and even her, she caught herself. She did catch herself and thought, I just done the dumbest thing ever.
This is it.
And also, it's like, she's obviously grieving, and when you're being told by more than one person that you're essentially to blame for, like, it's your lifestyle. What you're doing is the reason why your sister ended up where you're ending up.
And you're watching a baby now. The baby has to go provide a dad.
It's not real life, and they're gonna dramatize it and all that anyway, But this is probably the same stuff that Kano was mad about. They ruined Jack. Jack would never have done that.
Jack's
terrible. You know what I'm trying to say? They ruined her character. That was absolute foolishness.
She went outside.
Like Jack we would never have done that, bro.
She went out bad.
That was ridiculous.
It was ridiculous.
It was pointless. It was ridiculous.
For me, I just thought, this makes no sense. Like, where do you go from here?
What made sense was her caring about her nephew and caring about that Nitty's baby, because obviously she's taking care of the baby. That made sense.
Yeah.
Even I had a little I felt something for that.
But I was thinking, what's she going to do? Take the baby and just raise it? She's
take the baby.
Mad.
That I could get, but the whole taking the food stuff, that was stupid.
Yeah, that was ridiculous. It was so bad.
It was silly. It was very childish. Do you know what Steph would do?
Do you know what annoys me though, and where I think, again, it shows that her brain wasn't all there, because she knows Sully. We all know Sully, right? So her, even, like, for me, it's not even that. It's the getting Kieran involved is what pissed me off.
Oh, because poor Kieran,
you didn't have to get him. You didn't have to show him that you took the food. Like, you should have literally. He should have had nothing to do with the whole thing.
Like, actually,
because I'm like, why are you getting upset? Like, why are you getting upset? But like, you knew, Sully. Sully's going to kill Kieran because
I'll be honest,
Kieran's going to lie for you.
I didn't think Sully knew that Kieran knew. Especially because
he knew.
No, because when they called Jack off her phone, I was just like, please don't pick up. And I was glad that she was smart enough not to pick up. So I did not expect that.
He was moving rodded though.
He was moving. It was too bait.
Yeah, it was bait.
He was bare nervous. That's why they were like, you
would be too.
Why did he look so? No, because you knew. But my point is, if he was none the wiser, Esther, this is my point.
No, but do you know what it is though? Do you know what it is there?
I
remember because he knew, but also though, because they know how close he and Jack are, sometimes I get nervous based on the fact that I feel people think I'm lying. But I'm actually not lying.
But he was lying.
Yeah, but I feel like it's still the same nerves.
No, he's lying. And also, it's even the fact that what Sully said was, you made up this whole lie about it being them lot and me going over there, and that could have become a madness because I would have literally killed them for no reason.
I feel like Sully's out of order, man, because Sully gave Jack the whole speech about, I understand how this has been, you're not going to feel better, beating up that kid's not going to help you feel better, all that kind of stupid speeches. And you can't understand how grief made her steal a little bit.
No,
also, sorry, just to go on a tangent, you know how I know this writing was poor? In previous seasons, when they duppied someone, they took care of the body, the scene, the whole 9 yards.
The Shane.
Man just left the body on the floor,
and they used
the blood.
Bleach.
Man, little bleach here, little bleach there, poured fuck out of it. That was so dumb.
And I should have gone to jail for that.
And even he was acting nonchalant about it.
Too relaxed about it.
It's fine.
He should have gone to jail.
And you know when me laughing, you know when he was doing the cleaning stuff,
Of that cleaning alone, he should have gone to jail.
I said, correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Because
this is not how you do it.
I'm not a pro, But let's be honest, like, unless you burn this place down,
okay.
Like, let's be honest, because you're not gonna remember in that moment of like panic.
Remember where you touched.
You think you're gonna remember everything?
Also, he left the murder weapon right there.
Yeah, the frying pan.
The pan. He didn't even take the pan with him and left the pan on the floor.
And his cleaning was so stupid as well.
What's that?
The cleaning
was so stupid. It was just like a quick,
it was like a dare underneath.
And he poured it on him.
Poured it on his neck.
I said BFFR. To be based off that stupid cleaning he did, he deserved to have been got. But do you know what's funny though? Because I saw a tweet yesterday. Someone was like, basically, if what's Sim's character name?
Shelley.
The most
if Shelley hadn't asked for the money,
couple, by the way.
They were like, if Shelley hadn't asked for the money, none of this would have happened. Because they wouldn't have sold the money. And also, how is someone just going to steal £15 million and not a damn soul knows where this money is? So you're telling me all of you in the whole organization just trusted this one person. She's the only one who knows the accounts, the passwords, everything, and she just can run away.
The crazy thing is, it seemed like she didn't plan to dip until he came to ask for the money.
Yeah, she didn't. The second time, when he threatened her, is when she said,
what I saw, how I read it was, obviously the money's been invested somewhere in it, and she don't have access to it right now. And obviously, you know what, she's trying to buy, like, not buy herself time here, but like, you're not thinking he's gonna come and want this money straight away. So in him coming to ask for
and a lump sum as well,
she's just like, oh, you know, I'll see what I can do, whatever. Then he's come on a threatening vibe. She don't have the money.
That's true, because
she doesn't have the money because the money's probably not there. Like, it's
the money was there. Remember, money was taken.
It's what you said. They invested it in.
But she said it
in a company or whatever.
You know, when
you can't just withdraw.
They don't leave the money that like.
No, I know, but when the guy that Duchesne killed, what's his name? Jeremy. What was his name? Jeremy. When he went to see Jeffrey, when he went to see the woman, the woman was like, the money's gone. We transferred it to Lizzie's company. Remember?
Yeah.
So there was money there. But she took it.
Basically what she did was, they invested in a business, in the whole rebuilding, whatever. Then when she wanted to dip with the money, she said, I withdraw my investment. And that's how she took the money. Yeah. So really and truly, I guess she could have withdrawn it and given it to Duchesne.
Even Kieran's whole deportation story was
it
pointless.
Me.
Apparently that's based on a real story that actually happened in the same estate, and they filmed it.
But this is what's annoying though. Again, like, I feel like everything was so rushed.
Nothing came of it.
Did you know what I mean?
What do you guys want? I didn't want to see that scene beyond that scene.
No, not that scene, but I just feel like
give me continuity.
A storyline.
Don't just do something for the sake of it.
I was watching
follow through on something. If you plant a seed, follow through with it. And
but but they know the show is not about Home Office immigration.
I know, then why do it in the first place? Why make it such a big thing if you're not going to follow through with it?
Well, I mean, first that's how TV shows are. Well, there's you've got filler scenes. Some of them are very, very fleeting, and some of them are actually like a whole scene. But obviously with that one as well, it was based off a true situation that happened in the same estate, blah, 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 blah. But that's why I liked this season, because I feel like they touched on real life different situations outside of the drugs. Yes, I did. I feel like they touched on real life things. They touched on grief.
You're a different animal.
No, I'm not. I take things in. They touched on grief. They touched on post-natal depression.
Safe sex.
They talked on what's it called? Same-sex relationships. They talked on
same-sex relationships.
What is that what you said?
I'm talking about.
What are you talking about?
He said safe
sex.
Yeah. They talk on safe sex with teenagers. All this stuff, because really and truly then, if we want every single storyline to go ahead, we should have seen them kids having sex more than one time then. We should have seen them go back to
No.
We should have seen all these things.
I just don't understand what this
She had a big
she had a big role though.
She had so much screen time. She had a big role.
A main role.
Yeah, no, character was just irrelevant. Like,
I thought she was relevant within the community. She was like the head of the community.
Yeah. That's
very believable as a council estate mum, like a single mum, council estate.
Yeah, that whole council estate stuff was all. It was all, you know what it was? There's a whole lot of meatiness for me still, like just back to back, just pure meatiness.
No, I'm with you to a degree. Like there's little elements of the show that I like, but as a whole, I think it was very disappointing.
I just watched it because I had to, because of this. I'm not gonna lie, and I'm a binge watcher. You know this already. Innit? For me to have stretched out those 6 episodes, so I was not. I could have done that in a day, of course. It took me ages.
And the ending was annoying, like running around this estate for an hour.
Yeah.
And then my man sent the 2 guys, they got duppied very, very easily.
They were not any form of strength. I could have protected him better than that. I said, Yousaf didn't even try to fight back.
And even the way it ended between Shane and Sully talking between a gate.
I'm not going to lie, have you seen all the memes though? The memes have finished. Like, I've actually cried with tears.
Imagine the final scene between 2 of the main characters, right? And they're having dialogue between a gate. They're not even face to face.
Yeah.
One's on one side of the gate, the other's on the other side of the gate, having a conversation between a gate, basically crying.
Represents the wall between them all these years.
Stop with this metaphorical
Listen, bro, I study English literature, okay? You got to get into the middle of things. You can't just see it as plain and simple.
You are PR for Top Boy.
I do think their dialogue and exchange was needed though.
It was needed.
I'm not saying it wasn't needed.
No, but I'm saying that it was.
But
it was
why
needed,
are you having it?
And it was annoying because it shows that realistically, they're always going to be brothers, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Like regardless of however they.
Because he didn't think he killed him. He was like, get up, man.
Yeah, like he didn't plan to kill him.
Yeah, he didn't want to kill him.
He didn't want to kill him either, but it just goes to show that miscommunication and ego, innit?
But you know what though? Shane is actually such a waste man. He gave me the ick so bad. Like he's such a.
I hated him in this. Yeah, I didn't like him.
He's such a like a little church mouse, just trying to steal and just trying to be conniving and just and
you know
nuisance.
what? You know what I didn't like? Yeah, you know how like when
him,
Sully was like when Sully went to see him and he was like, "Listen, like Sully, I'm not you," innit? Like we know Sully's a bit like Sully moves mad.
Yeah, he does.
But I feel like Sully's kind of honest with his. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You know who he is.
You know
what you're
who
getting.
he is. You know what you're getting. Sully is who he is. He doesn't care. Whereas Deshane tries to act
so
like
cunning.
Oh, you know, like
I'm a great guy, but then you're a piece of shit, man.
Literally.
Even his heart problems. I thought that was gonna have a bigger role to play.
I was gonna have a heart attack.
We saw a glimpse of it though.
Nothing came of that.
Killing off my man, and he sat there and was like trying to panic, but that was it.
Yeah, that was. I think that was pointless as well.
Yeah.
What else happened?
I think that was it. Well,
it's a shame that was it. But after 6, yeah, I don't think it was great, man. I think after the first couple episodes, I think maybe by episode 3, I thought, okay, they're onto something here. But then it just kind of went downhill. And the finale.
It's so mad because I didn't think of Jack, you know. So I'm sat here thinking.
What happened? You didn't even spoke about the finale.
So basically, I
ain't seen it, and I still don't know what happened from talking to you. But, cool. So ain't done no spoilers.
All right, cool. So you're up to the part where Deshane's obviously on the run. You know,
Deshane's on the run for the.
So he.
What was it left before? Jack was supposed to go and meet them and drop the food.
Right. So Deshane robs
Jack
of the food.
Because she told him when she shouldn't have told him.
Because she was like, you know what, I'm giving the food back to Sully. I'm just letting you know, innit? I didn't plan to rob you.
But I feel like she told Deshane because she wanted Deshane to intervene.
And
just in case, because she knew
Sully was going to try and kill her. Yeah. But he didn't do that.
Yeah, so then Jack went to meet Sully, told him that obviously she'd been robbed, whatever. Sully figured out it was Deshane, and then Sully and Buck, I think they're junior when they're showing it, went after Deshane in it. And Deshane's trying to get this, who's the Asian guy?
I don't know. The Asian man is his lawyer's.
Yeah.
Basically, lawyers got to connect that can help you get out of town.
So he's in the estate waiting for my man to come and buck him in it. So my man comes to buck him, but he ain't got the peas, right? So then that's when he robs her after that, innit?
Yeah.
Robs her after that and tells him, look, I've got so-and-so's amount of keys. I'll give you X amount if you can help me in it. And he goes, cool. He'll send two guys to come and kind of get him out of the estate. But Sully and Junior are looking for him the whole time. So Deshane's basically on the run. He's hiding in different flats. He's waiting. He's da-da-da-da.
But it's nuts as well because at the same time, there's a freaking riot happening.
Yeah, there's a riot happening.
There's a riot happening in the estate. So the estate is crazy.
It's locked off.
Crazy.
There's
police are everywhere.
He's basically trapped in the estate. He can't get out. There's police everywhere. There's a riot happening.
Yeah.
So he's running around the estate trying to escape and he can't get out. At the same time, Sully and Junior are running around looking for him as well, innit? When Sully bumped into those other guys and gave the white boy the gun. What was that?
So give some poor kids the gun, Poor kid got shot.
You know them little kids, the little girl, the mixed race girl, like part of so them lot. And they're like, he's like an awkward white boy.
Yeah, he was the one that was at the clinic talking about.
When he gave it to him, I said, you're gonna be the one to go first because you look like a victim.
He just gave them a gun and said, listen, Deshane, like if you see Deshane, shoot him in it, or he's got 2 bags, grab the bags, whatever.
Yeah.
So they're all running around the estate as well. So they end up seeing Deshane.
Yeah.
Deshane kills because he's searching for the gun in his pocket.
He literally just kills off the white boy.
Because the light skin girl goes, shoot him.
Yeah.
And then he can't get the gun out. He's searching for it.
Deshane just kills him.
So then eventually,
that was that.
Junior and Sully find Deshane. Deshane's climbing over this gate I keep talking about. And as he climbs over the gate, he shoots him right there. And he drops to the floor. That's why they're on either side of the gates, isn't it? So then he's basically... But he went out with a whimper. He was like crying, basically. Like his voice was like, he was whimpering kind of thing. And Sully's in disbelief that he shot him kind of thing, innit? And then...
He's like, get up, man.
As they're talking, you can tell Deshane's gradually just dying. And eventually he just goes silent. And Kaden was just like, get up, man. But he's dead. And then he jumps over, takes the bags, jumps back over.
Last respects.
Basically. And then the next day...
He goes to see his daughter.
He's walking through the park. Stefan now bucks him in the park. Yeah. Pulls a gun on him. Sully's basically like...
You're not doing what you gotta do.
Do what you gotta do, innit? But then Steph's like... How does it feel? Tell me how it feels.
You're so dumb.
He was gonna shoot him though.
You ain't
worth it, man. I'm gonna see my girl. Put his gun back.
So
I walked off. And then he gets in the car, chilling in the car. Someone walks by the car, bangs him in the head. He falls down. He's dead.
I did not see that coming though. I jumped. I did not see him get
I can't lie, yeah.
I didn't see it coming.
I didn't see it
I
coming
knew that was going to happen because, this is what algorithm fuck him up. On YouTube, I saw a video that said, "Who shot Sully?" As the title, and the thumbnail was Sully in his car chilling. So before I even watched the episode, I knew someone shot Sully.
Yeah, I was shocked.
But
I
we
was
didn't
like,
know
oh
who
my
shot
gosh,
him, like a Who Shot Phil kind of vibe.
Yeah, because I was like, oh my gosh, he actually gets away. Like, he's actually the top boy. I did not think he was going to be the last one standing. And so we don't see who shoots him. Person shot him through the glass. But you just see like
a person walk
You
past.
just see like
it's so quick as well.
Silhouette going. But you don't. So that's what. So it's a whole thing about who was it? Was it Jack? Was it Sai?
1,000%
Was it the auntie with the cancer? Kieran's mum? Who was it? Someone said auntie that couldn't go downstairs.
It's definitely not her. Even the build, like
yeah. And then someone said
the fact that
maybe
you're
it was
entertaining
Steph
this
as well.
with an
Maybe
answer is
Steph came
funny.
back. Huh?
The fact that you're entertaining that with an answer
Sorry.
about the aunties.
Maybe Steph came back as well.
No,
I don't think it was Jack though. I don't think it was Jack.
It was
Because
Jack.
I'm not gonna lie.
packed her bag and left.
In my head, instantly I went to Sai because I thought.
I went to Sai.
Why would it be Sai?
Because Sai's got a lot to prove. Because I'm so sorry, but you disrespected me in front of that. What? Remember, Sai's meant to be Jamie's. The next person in charge, and everyone responds to Sai.
Everyone responds to Sai.
So you can't come into my
you sunned me, in front of the little kids.
Didn't you even hear the way Steph was talking about him to the girl? I was like, nah, man. The way Sunny came and dealt with Sai, like Sai's not on it.
You're forgetting. He killed Kieran, right?
I get why you're saying Jack.
Yeah. 2, she was next, if anything. Like for her to leave the game, she had to get rid of Sully. It was blatantly Jack.
It was sad though.
I still think in my head, I still definitely went to Sai though.
I definitely didn't see Lauren dying either. I didn't see her.
I forgot about
I didn't
that.
feel like she.
Yeah.
Trigger warning. I don't think she killed herself. I feel like she just died like when he did.
Okay, so do you not also feel like that was a bit rushed?
Hold on. Say that again. You don't think
do you not feel
I feel like she just drowned. She didn't kill herself. She didn't intentionally kill herself.
She obviously got high and
she just overdosed. She accidentally overdosed.
Oh, you think she overdosed and died?
And drowned.
I thought you meant okay.
She didn't commit suicide.
Yeah, she didn't commit suicide.
But do you not again think that was slightly a bit rushed because this happened as soon as they've had the best day of ever?
But this is it.
They've gone and had the best day ever, and then
it was rushed. It was rushed.
No, basically what they were saying is that it could be suicide, isn't it? The talk was that it could have been suicide. That's how people that kill themselves, that's how it goes. They have the best day ever. They leave on a high. They have the they have the best day ever with their family, spend time with them, whatever, and then they do that. You go off on a high.
No.
I don't feel like it was, because I'll be honest with you, every scene, every storyline for me felt like enough. I feel like if it had gone longer, it would have felt like an overkill for me. I couldn't imagine 8 episodes of what I've just watched. That means I would have got to know the Irish guys longer than I need to know them. I didn't need to know those guys that much.
Yeah, but okay, cool. But the Irish guys seem pointless. So you might as well carried on dealing with the.
Big up Auntie though. Auntie was nervous.
No, proper.
I keep calling them Mexicans. Are they Mexicans?
Moroccan.
The Moroccans should have carried on dealing with them then, because the Irish inception was pointless.
I thought she wouldn't get got.
With the auntie.
Oh, Auntie was nervous. She was sweating up the place. I said, nah, this Auntie.
I'll be honest with you.
Like, did she make it to St. Lucia? Did she not?
That episode they killed him, I think I fell asleep in it. Yeah.
Then they killed who?
The
Irish people. I think I fell asleep in like the first half of it.
Yeah.
So like I saw the Irish guys, saw the youth man, I saw him go for them in the horses, saw them badding them up like I'm saying, all right, cool, these men are supposed to be serious.
Yeah.
And then I fell asleep for like 10, 15 minutes maybe.
Wake up to their corpses.
It weren't the same episode though.
Or maybe it was the end of it to go into the next one. But then I see them line it up with the with the auntie and that to go and I see that the mission that they were doing. Remember I've half fell asleep here, so I'm trying to work out what they're doing. Like, are they gonna go and rob somewhere or something like something? And when I've clocked that he knew that he was going to see him because the dad's birthday was the next day or something like that, I was actually watching it saying, are they gonna go and kill these Irish youths?
No, I don't know.
And then they went and killed the Irish
In
youths.
front of his dad. I feel like they should have killed his dad too.
And then nothing happened.
Nothing happened. I'm telling
No
you.
repercussions.
Yeah, that's why.
No,
I have to
nothing.
watch
I
that
said,
one.
this is
I
ridiculous,
think they're the ones that came
man.
out to kill Sally. Sorry, is there a caller? Morning.
No.
No? Okay.
Thing is, I had to watch
think
it
they're the
before
ones that came
again.
back.
When I first watched it, I wasn't really paying attention. I watched it again. When I first watched it, I thought there's no way in hell they're coming to kill that. I thought they were coming to kill, the woman who was in the room. Like one of her relatives or something, like maybe there was like a tie-in or
I thought
something.
that was Sully's mum.
I didn't think for a second they were coming to kill them, man, because I think they just got introduced as the big bad bosses. How can they die now?
She didn't even
clocked
fight
it.
back.
Without doing anything.
Shane and Sully think they're wicked. From other seasons, this is a move that they probably would have done, but I just think it should have been a bit more...
A bit later on.
Yeah, or a bit more difficult, or a bit... It should have had some kind of jeopardy there. You get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, it was far too easy.
It was too easy. And also, I just think, if you're thinking about it long term, right, what's the long game here? Because like you said, whatever you've stolen is not going to carry you for the rest of your working career, right? And these are your plugs. The plugs you had before are dead. So these people have taken... Do you know what I mean?
But that's why that's the thing that I feel like that's where the whole time rushing thing comes in, because you're not making sensible decisions. Like everyone's just acting on impulse.
But how? Okay,
because they feel like they run out of time. But really and truly, someone like Jamie, for example, he would have lined up the next person before you get rid of this person. But they didn't do anything.
But in regards to that, what was the rush? Is what I'm saying. What was the rush? What were you running out of time for?
The thing is, yeah,
because you were takeover.
But to take over what? You don't even have the product in the first place.
No, you're so mad. Those 2 bags, that was it.
But that's my point. So that's why it doesn't.
All the stock.
That's
that
why
was
it doesn't make sense.
After those 2 bags was gone,
you've never got shipment from them.
No,
this is the first time you're getting stuff from them. You don't even know if the shit is good.
But you know what it is though? It's the whole ego thing. It's the fact that these Irish guys have little boyed them. You got rid of these other people, and you think you can come here. I'm like, the way ego works, I'm just gonna react. I'm not going to think things through.
But then you're not
and they didn't.
Then you're not a great businessman.
But then are they great? They're both dead. Of course they're not great business people.
Yeah, but
they still wouldn't be living where they're living.
They
still wouldn't be living where they live.
by this point, with the amount of bodies they got, with the amount of money they made, just give man 15 million willy-nilly. With the amount of with the plugs they've killed, with the reputation that these them two should have, fearsome on the streets. They should be larger than life characters. Like they should be different to the way they're depicted.
But they're only big in their borough
by
because...
that point now. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, because think about Lauren's man from last season, right? The guy from Manchester and whatnot. He didn't really know who they were like that anyway. So they're only big in their borough. So their thinking is always small because all the money they keep making, all them Range Rovers they're investing in, nice cars though. No, but they could have gone. They should have been bigger. They should have been living a lot larger.
They should be some of the most feared and revered youths in the country.
Because they're incapable.
Not just Summer House.
Not just Summer House.
Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Literally one estate.
Yeah, no, it's sick.
So they're incapable of thinking big. So that's why they killed them with no other plans but them 2 little bags of stock. That's it. And then you went and had that poor woman in her basement. You don't need the whole basement for that. She could have kept it under her sofa. That's the whole thing, man.
Oh,
the white girl.
The white girl.
Oh, yeah.
I knew it was over her though. I said, oh, baby girl.
It was 25 bricks though, to be fair. That boy. You bust that down, boy. Whew.
Yeah, no, it's a lot. Hence why there was so much, jeopardy around those bags. But what was the plan after that? Once you got rid of those bags,
it just made me laugh seeing Duchesne carrying the 2 bags with the gun in his hand and he's running. It was so stupid.
It was so icky. It was so icky.
You're there running with that just rucksack and a gun in your hand. I just thought, make it make sense.
Yeah, man, it wasn't cute. None of his scenes. A big up Kano though. Fine ass man.
Shelley and Duchesne as well, the most unrealistic couple.
Not believing it. Do you know what I found interesting?
Ever seen in my life.
Do you know what I did find interesting?
No chemistry.
See the scene where she's packing up here?
Yeah.
I just thought, you're saying it's not about the money, but sis, it's about like, do you know what it was?
That was the last straw, man.
No, Esther, it made me laugh here because I was like, because before, when he was going to get you the chains.
What she should have said was, it's not just about the money.
I don't think about the money.
Because the money was a last straw, but he's a letdown.
But you know what it is?
It's the way he reacted to her when she asked him about it. She's like, fuck off, take my business.
Yeah, but no more business.
That was the issue.
Do you know what it is? Do you know what it is? I didn't side with him yet, but I did think act like you've been here before. You knew who I was.
Yeah.
Like,
there was that
that's what was annoying
there
me.
Was that,
it's like, are you dumb? You know who I am. You know what I'm on. You've been knowing, right? You know my lifestyle. You know what it comes with. You didn't just get here yesterday. You asking me to even get you a chain of 10 stores, You're the same person that even said, it's quite easy to clean money. Shut up. You know what I'm on. So don't try and act like now it's all too much for you. Do you understand what I mean? Because when it's time for me to get the 10 chains, you're on my dick about this money. Where do you think this money comes from? You know where the money's coming from. And now you can't get the money. And I've reacted. And yes, I reacted mad because life's on top. Right. You want to pack your bags and leave.
Because she actually used the idea of them cleaning the money as a...
It was your idea.
As a selling point.
But the thing is, if Duchesne told Shelley, look, Shelley, the 15 bags is gone. We've been robbed. She would have understood. She would have understood. But it's the way he spoke to her. That's why she left. And she saw the blood on his fingers at the same time.
But you know what? You know this isn't my first rodeo. You know this isn't my first body. I'm so sorry,
but
but
you know what it is though?
You know who
it's
I am.
what Yousaf said though. Like if he had just said to her, the money's gone.
Money's gone, babe.
I've been robbed. I feel like she would understand that.
She would, but I also.
But then coming to just telling her, just dismissing her like that.
But at the same time,
the money that was the final straw.
But at the same time, I hear what you're saying, and yes, his delivery was. I'm not agreeing with that at all. Yeah, but at the same time, you can understand. For me to react that way, my head is hot. Like this is deeper than rap. What I'm dealing with right now. Do you get what I mean? So if you can tell that that's what I'm going through, the last thing I want to hear is you talking about money for this fucking shop.
No, but I'll be honest with you that I wouldn't be the way Shelly moved because your head is hot. But why is your head hot? I'm telling you, confide in me, baby. Do all of this. Tell me what's going on. You're not doing anything. Okay, well, since that's such a bother, let me distract you a little bit. How's that shop's coming? I get it, man. But yeah, their whole situation was a joke. I didn't like the fact that she was moving as though she didn't know what he was doing.
Yeah, I don't know. Like again, I'm not saying that she shouldn't have left. I just felt like the timing it did come across very much like because I can't get you this money, you're literally leaving me.
And also when the other girl who works at the shop was getting his stuff from the flat, why was he outside?
That was dumb. Why are you outside watching it happen? Like you're not gonna get caught. And then someone even was like, wait, so all this money you have, you've moved around the corner from your estate. Because when he's running, he ends up in summer house.
Because that's a good point as well. If he was going to be there, he might as well have gone in the house himself then. If you're going to hang around outside your house.
I couldn't believe that he was literally peeping for the grass. For the
no,
bushes.
The thing that made me laugh was literally...
You couldn't wait in the car.
The fact that...
You couldn't... She could have given to Shelly. You
didn't have to be there at all. You didn't have to be there at all. You didn't have to be there at all.
It was silly though. I don't think it was the same writers this season. It might not have been the same writers. But I picked up... To be fair, I picked up on the themes though. I feel like it was nice for them to touch on things other than drugs. Because remember last time was what was that little boy's act? Was that little boy that got
killed? That was sad.
Do you know what I mean? And I remember his whole mum was getting deported and stuff. So I feel like in previous seasons they've touched on real life things people are going through in their state as well, but they've never really delved into it. But this season actually did. And I think that's why I liked it, to be fair, as well. But
okay, sorry, you lot need to shush.
Shut your mum,
because
dad.
first, so like Gina's just saying this to get Margs back. Absolutely not. First and foremost, let's dead that. Number two, I'm not saying I'm about this life. I'm just saying when I was watching it, do you know what I mean? No?
In regards to what?
They're talking about how I'm so passionate about the Shelly and the Shane thing.
Oh.
Like, basically like
Gina's letting you know that I'm a ride or die.
If he doesn't open up 10 gyms for her.
Your problem with this girl is that she knew who the Shane was, right?
No,
That's what you screamed.
My problem is, I just said, you can't, like, she's making it seem as if, to me, it just seemed very much about the money. And all the things that she was saying, I agreed with him in the sense where you knew what you were getting yourself involved in. Do you understand what I mean? So... You can't now. I find it very strange that now you're making it an issue.
I find it strange too.
Good for you lot. I'm glad you do.
Did they kiss at all?
Fuck you.
Like throughout the whole.
Yeah, but it was like a.
What?
It wasn't like a. It was never passionate.
What, they kissed this season or the previous season?
I know they kissed before, but it was like a.
I didn't see no intimacy between them this season though.
Not this season. I'm going off past.
They just gave her the part because she's Little Sims, but those two together, there's no chemistry there.
I'm looking for
scenes. Man for 2.1 mil like it was light. You get me?
Well, she did.
She's sick.
I'm looking for seeing Kano in more things though. He's gonna be in Daniel Kaluuya's film. I talked about in Word and Road.
Well, she did say it was gonna help to launder the money, future money.
Exactly.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So
why is she acting shocked?
Why are you acting shocked now? That I don't want to be part of this lifestyle.
It's because he didn't tell her.
Yeah, he didn't tell her, and he's lashing out.
Brother,
you know what I mean?
To ask a man who ain't got no job, for £2.1 million.
She knows the job he has.
He has more money than niggas with jobs. What are you talking about?
Bro, no, that means you know.
Of course.
Like, what are you talking about? That means you know the level of what man you're dealing with. £2 million.
Yeah. She should have said he's
£2 million.
Yeah.
You know the level of the person you're dealing with. You get me? What are you pretending to be shocked for and surprised and all these kind of stuff?
She should have said that he was emotionally unavailable and she can't count on him. And she's thought things through and she doesn't think this is right for her daughter. All of this, I don't want to be part of this lifestyle. When you sold the idea of these damn salons to me with saying we can clean your money.
I'm glad we're all on the same page. FFR. Thank you. Because that's just all I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Does Sally's character give you like an element of someone who believes that what he's doing is right? Like he believes every time he kills someone, he believes it's the noble and the right thing to do.
It's justified.
It's justified.
Yeah.
The way
it's a principle thing. It's like a
I haven't watched back the whole Driss killing. when he took him out of his house and took him upstairs. Like, he's a psychopath. Like,
he is.
He acts like his killings are
like they're justified,
lawful,
you know,
and have to happen.
And that's why you can't tell him anything. That's why when he's there, you can't. That's why Jack Lee was over her because you can't walk it back. For him, he feels like Gina. He feels like if he doesn't do this,
then it's not right.
It's not right.
The world can't continue unless you pay for you lying to me or for you.
And there's consequences for things that you do.
He's a psychopath.
And he's.
I think you gotta let him land.
Bro, if he's Alpo, bro, that's what he is.
You gotta let him land. I hear him.
No, I hear him. I like his character.
But he's a sicko.
He's a sicko. He's a psychopath.
He never killed a man that didn't deserve it.
You should have let Kieran.
No, not really.
Wait, who else?
You should have let Kieran leave.
Driss?
I think you could have let Kieran go.
Driss?
Why didn't
No,
he kill Driss again?
I can't remember
I don't remember why he
no,
killed him.
Driss had to go.
I can't remember.
Driss had to go. Driss was talking about snaking
snaking
one of them and like Driss had to go. Are you crazy?
He wasn't a snitch. Oh, he did snitch.
All right, he didn't intentionally kill Deshane.
Jamie, you shouldn't have killed Jamie.
Kieran.
That was just a pride
He
thing.
didn't have to kill Jamie. I think he
Or
killed
Kieran.
Jamie just because Deshane liked him.
Deshane likes Jamie. Because he was very quick to
And
brag
was
on
saying
that.
like, Jamie's our retirement plan, all that stuff. He couldn't take. He didn't like the fact that
Jamie could be a top boy.
Yeah.
And there was no need to kill
And
Jamie.
also,
beef,
look at what
Damien.
Look at what he said afterwards when he was like
Sonny.
to Deshane. All I wanted was your respect.
Yeah.
Like, that's all it came down to.
That's what
I
it
just
came
wanted
down
you
to
to
now.
see me as my
I wanted
equal.
you to just care about like.
But to him,
rate me.
He was little bro essentially.
But
he didn't like the fact that Jamie was then taking on, I guess, his role.
Yeah.
But then with Jamie, to be fair as well, he did see Jamie as a snitch. Because remember when they went to meet the Moroccans?
Yeah, and he
Moroccans
said,
were like,
about,
we had big
you're going to
plans.
be quiet today.
You're gonna be, because that's how we spoke. You were all loud and you had big plans. So when they left, he was like, you had big plans, yeah?
Oh yeah, he was lining up his own thing.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, so he had to go as well. Kano's right. Kano ain't never killed a man who ain't deserved it, bro.
Kieran.
Who's Kieran? The one that was just lying to them about Jack?
Yeah.
Of course he had to go. He was lying.
Nah,
He didn't lie.
Nah, he had to go. He was taking the wrong side. He picked Jack. He had to go.
Kieran wanted Kano to kill innocents.
Yeah. He sent them all to... Yeah, Kieran, he had to go for that as well.
He kept saying, no, I think he's lying. I think that other kid is
Kieran
lying.
had to go for that.
He had to protect his friend though.
But you know that's when
No,
Kano
you can't
clocked he was lying.
If you picked your friend...
Because in the
over
car,
gunshots.
he was like, nah, I
don't believe that guy.
He just randomly said it was like, no, I think it's them, man. You know, I think I'm not buying it. And Kano was like, nah, he was telling the truth because he saw in his eyes that he was telling the truth. So that's when I thought, yeah, you've basically made it obvious.
He should have left. He should have said that. Yeah,
you're lying for your bedroom.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm letting Kano land. Everybody's killed. I think you should have killed them. If that's how you want to live your life, if that's what you're on, you get
He's
me?
a great actor.
Also, that scene between him and what's that guy's name again? The light skinned dog where he put the gun in his mouth.
Sai.
That was intense, you know. That was quite.
I wasn't sure if it was gonna shoot.
That was like a like an Oscar type vibe.
No, it was. I mean, that's when I was like, no, this man, he's a great actor.
Who, Sai or Kano?
I don't care about Sai with his.
No, but Sai done well though. His part in it.
He was Rihanna's love interest last time I saw him, so he did well.
That's why wasn't he in the last season of this?
He was as well, yeah. But he did well, to be fair. I feel like the whole, Big Brother looking after Steph thing, whatever it was. But Kano is sick, man. As in like a sick actor.
Yeah, he's dope. Hopefully,
that scene was tense, actually.
It was tense.
He's definitely a lunatic. He's a Looney Tune.
I feel like, don't you have to not become your character, but do you know what I mean? Like,
I believed him.
Method acting, innit?
I believed him.
Method acting.
I think that kind of acting is kind of easy, to be fair, because the man them just being himself. What Kano does well is
I don't think Kano's being himself. I don't think Kano because he's being more than Mandem. He's being like psychotic.
I think what Kano does dope is like convey like a feeling and emotion just from like looks on his face and stuff like that. You get what I'm trying to say?
His face, and he's so like blank, like. Do you know what I mean? He's so.
He don't need no dialogue or nothing. You can look at him and see how he's feeling and what kind of mood he's in and what. That's dope. I think he could definitely be a dope actor. I want to see him do something totally different.
That's what I heard in The Kitchen. His role is not anything like that.
Okay.
Kitchen and I heard he's really good. Is doing.
Okay, yeah. When I see that, if he's not started, then I'll certify him. I'll say, nah, he's cold.
I'm surprised he hasn't done anything else up until now. To be fair,
but the man can do that kind of stuff because Scorcher was good. Scorcher was good in it. You get me? His character didn't get a chance to develop or was around long enough to even compare to something like that. But he was.
I don't even remember his character. I remember him being in it, but I remember his character.
Man. I didn't want them to kill Dave.
Oh, Dave was
good as well. Dave was good.
Was on the same level as Kane in terms of like
being psychotic.
Yeah.
Dave should have never gone. Dave should never gone.
Yeah, he came across dope on the camera.
I thought too early, man.
Because one thing that annoys me about all seasons is the way they talk. Because I feel like just talk normally. Just talk how you talk to your friends. But I feel like they have to put it on kind of thing. Morning, caller.
Morning. Sorry about the noise in the background. I'm on the way to Chef, but obviously, on the commute, you got to listen to TDA.
Love that. What's your name?
Yeah. My name is Daniel.
Daniel, morning.
Yeah. So I'm just calling because I agree with Yousaf in terms of who killed Sully. It's only Jack. The way she bopped off. That's all of her traits. Bop just gave it away. Yeah. And another thing as well, you have to think about the character payoffs. Like, there's no way to be sad. Like, who's sad? It's like only for Jack to kill Sully because Sully told her, "You're not getting a pass."
Yeah.
There's no way Jack is gonna stay with her girlfriend, her niece or nephew, and still thinking in the back of her head, "Oh yeah, Sully might come get me too." Only Jack, like Jack done that. Man.
Yeah, it was Jack, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's me.
Thank you, man.
Goodbye.
Have a nice day. Yeah, the way they used to speak used to get, man. I'm just like, just speak how you speak normally. It felt like they had to put it on. But it felt like how your white colleagues would try and talk urban, talk street. That's what it felt like. It was very irritating. And that's why I like Dave, because I felt like he was just himself. He was the only one who wasn't putting it on or trying to do a slang or like, Jamie was weird, man. I didn't like the way that they were all moving. Wow. Good show, man. Yeah. End of an era. See what's next. Looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Hopefully another series comes out of UK.
Well, I don't know. That season, I didn't enjoy that one bit. Yeah. I was just watching it just because.
You had to.
Kind of thing. Like, it wasn't. There was no story developing. Nothing with the character developed. There was nothing. It was a whole lot of nothingness.
Yeah.
For me. It wasn't.
It was disappointing.
I was just watching it like, all right, on to the next one. It's like, okay, got one episode left. And then,
To be fair, I didn't know there were 6 episodes until I watched episode 4. When I saw there's only 2 more, I said, yeah, this is about to be all-time shit.
It's about to be rushed.
When I saw there's only 2 more, I thought, rah, I thought there was 10 or something. When I saw 6, I thought, yeah, this is done. Because how are they going to wrap up episode 1 to 4 in a good way in the next 2 episodes? So I already knew from then it wasn't going to be up to par. But it is what it is, isn't it?
It is what it is. All right. Do we need to message E-Man to come back? How will he know? Should I message him?
Yeah.
He's watching the show as well.
Okay, yeah. So let's do not topic of the day. What's it called? Question of the day. All right. So, do you think that we should bring back Picks Week? Just context for anyone who is new to the show. We had a week where basically it was a requirement to gist and banter in the chat. People had to have their pictures up, pictures of who they were up. So that's what Picks Week is. So do you think we should bring back Picks Week? And do you think everyone will participate this time?
Yeah, it was fun last time. I'm not seeing a reason why we shouldn't bring it back.
What made Bard go with that verse?
Obviously, it's going to exclude certain people. But those people may or may not be missed. You never know.
They may not what?
They may or may not be missed.
Why is it excluding people?
Huh?
Why is it excluding people?
What do you mean?
Why is it excluding people, you're saying?
Because last time we had it, some people didn't want to
put their pictures up. It's funny though, because some people who don't want to put their pictures up have now come back to be putting up pictures up and doing new pictures every 5 minutes.
Oh, have they?
Yeah, man, every 5 minutes, Yousaf. New picture every 5 minutes. So I don't understand. So what was the whole? Why didn't you just take part in the game then? Clearly you're not shy. So why didn't you just take part in the game then?
Oh, so was there initial pushback?
Yeah, there was more of a can't force people to do this and other things. And now here we are. Here we are. Your gallery is just on show. So, I'm just throwing out questions that need to be answered. Yeah. Yeah. So what's everyone's thoughts? Should we bring Emmanuel? Do you think we should bring back Picks Week?
How can someone say no, Esther? This is the question we wanted.
So, okay, are we going from here to filling me in on what happened yesterday, please?
Yeah, us, please. I
understand the ending, but Esther, get your storytelling back on.
Are we talking about that though?
I don't even know what happened there.
The question of the day is what?
Should we bring back Picks Week?
Let's answer that question, please.
And do you think everyone will participate this time?
Yeah.
because like you said, there was a lot of pushback.
Yeah.
And if you look at the numbers now, well, if you look at the whole of this week, the numbers, right? It seems as though Pix Week had more people in the chat.
It did. 100%.
Right? And so that's a fact. That
New
wasn't
people.
Yeah. And people are talking about, oh yeah, there'll be less people. For some reason, there was more people.
You see, sometimes... Actually, mad. No.
And it seemed like everyone was
people
happy.
Plotting sometimes, you know. Sometimes people don't realise. I'm sorry, some things I can't hold in. Sometimes people think that they can wish for your downfall. And God says, they don't know this we serve a living God. Yes. Okay, nobody can say no. Because I think suggesting that we're less people in the chat is a wild thing to do. All our hard work. Why would you even put that energy out there?
Facts.
But look at God.
Facts.
Because it's double the blessings. Sorry, actually working.
This is true indeed, man.
Sorry.
So yeah.
Couldn't
I'll definitely be up for Pix Week. I think, to be honest with you, it should just be part of
our
what we
culture.
do. Yeah, man. You know what I mean? Because I feel like it really fosters real connection.
Yeah.
And
I thought the pictures were still there. I thought everybody still had their pics up.
Nah, there's bare
For
people
the
ain't
most
got
part,
pictures.
yeah. For the most part.
Bare people ain't got pics.
But there's much more pictures now than there ever was before.
Yeah, no, but there's still people who don't have.
And that's because of Pix Week.
This is it. I'm here for Pix Week. I loved Pix. I think Pix Week was flipping hilarious. It was a great time. So,
It was good vibes.
Brent,
in
thoughts?
Pix Week, to be honest.
Sorry?
The good vibes in Pix Week.
Very good vibes.
Yeah, if we could replicate that each time it is that we have a Pix Week, then 100% I'd choose that.
This is it. I'm here for that.
Like I said, to me, it just fosters community. You just know who you're talking to and stuff. You know what I mean? And just.
I think that'd be great. I think it's nice. Bond and stuff.
This is it, man.
Bond and such.
Yes.
I think it's great.
All right, are we going to get to it or what's going on? You told me that I'm going to find out in real time.
Let's get into the headlines, please.
Oh, wow, okay.
Hold on, wait. We're probably going to headlines. So you guys didn't want to tell me off air or on air. Why didn't you want to tell me off air then?
There's a curation to this particular program.
Then who's gonna get? You're gonna get.
But there's an order to the things.
So why don't you then tell your host what's going on so I'm not being obnoxious on air then? No? I don't get it, bro.
Topic of the day.
Headlines.
No, I'm saying wait till topic of the day.
Yeah, go through the doc and we can reach through the doc.
Damn.
Well, let's get into headlines then. Thank you very much.
All right, so our first headline. By the way, have you guys been to Scotland?
I have by accident.
No, but I heard the water is sweet.
Yeah.
You went there by accident.
Girl, it's the whole story. Basically, I'll make it quick.
Why do things happen to you?
I know, innit? But I'm going to be honest.
Why did you go to Scotland by accident?
Because basically, this was back in the day in uni, and I was going to my uni. My uni's in Manchester, and I took a coach. And the first stop is Manchester, second I think it's Bolton, and then the next after that is Scotland. I fell asleep on the coach, innit?
Yeah.
So obviously, as you can imagine, you know when I've woken up here,
I've
seen that the guy that was sitting there is no longer the guy. So I'm thinking, oh my gosh, the first was Manchester, so clearly I've missed it. So I've run to the front to the drive and I'm like, oh my gosh, I was meant to go for Manchester.
You were gone.
He was like, Manchester? I was like, yeah, because you're going to have to go off the next stop. I said, where's the next stop? He said, Glasgow.
Glasgow.
Guys, you know tears? I said, nah. Tears started. I said, that's Scotland, right? He said, yeah. I said, can't you just stop here? Like, we're literally about to go into a motorway. He was like, no, legally I can't stop here. The tears that started coming from my eyes. I just sat down. I had another 7 hours.
God.
Bro.
7 hours.
I had another 7 hours.
You could have gone to Ghana and back.
On that coach, yeah. And then when we finally got there, I had to wait. And it was a Sunday, innit? So trains weren't really working. So then I had to get a coach back. And the next coach wasn't until 11 p.m. It was the worst 24 hours of my life.
I'd have gone
the worst.
Man.
I would have gone sightseeing.
The worst.
Some haggis.
I went cinema by myself though.
No, you got because you got it for the time. I haven't been, but I heard the water's really nice. Did you try some of the water there?
I don't know. No.
I heard it's really nice water.
The tap water.
Tap water's nice.
Apparently, I think so.
Yeah, I've heard the water's really nice. I'm not really into tap water.
Because of all the springs and all that.
Yeah, pure.
Okay. Well, I say that just to say the First Minister, Humza Yousaf, will seek independence negotiations with the UK government if his party wins the most seats in Scotland at the next general election. He has put his name to a motion backing that strategy, which will be voted on at the party's conference in October. It proposes making the first line of the manifesto, vote SNP for Scotland to become an independent country. Downing Street has consistently refused to countenance a referendum or negotiations on independence. SNP Westminster leader Stephen Flynn has also signed a motion to be put to the SNP members. The text states that if the party wins the most seats, the Scottish government will be empowered to begin immediate negotiations with the UK government to give democratic effect to Scotland becoming an independent country. To prepare for independence, it is proposed detailed conditions of negotiations are published, including draft legal text on the transfer of powers from Westminster to Holyrood. Next headline, the UK, France and Germany have announced that they will retain sanctions on Iran in an attempt to deter the country from selling drones and missiles to Russia. In 2015, Iran agreed to a nuclear deal, and under the terms, some sanctions are due to be lifted next month. But the European nations believe that Iran breached the deal by enriching and storing uranium. See how the West want to keep all the stuff to themselves, but everybody else, it's bad in their hands, right? So anyway, Iran says their move is illegal and provocative. When highly enriched, uranium can be used to make a nuclear weapon. The European powers announced that they would incorporate expiring UN sanctions into their own laws. Some of the measures are supposed to stop Iran developing and exporting ballistic missiles and drones. But despite the sanctions, many drones made in Iran have been used by Russia in its war against Ukraine. And the last headline...
Sorry, just quickly.
Yep.
I know people are dying for tea. People are here for tea. They love tea, all that. That's all great. Do you know what I like? When people hear the like button.
Facts.
That's what I like. If the likes ain't making sense, we ain't discussing a damn thing on this show today.
I told him.
Not a damn thing.
I'm waiting for 200, to be honest.
Because there's 350 people in the chat at the moment. 350, you know. And what, 20 likes?
God damn it.
Not a damn tea is going to be spilled in this room. And we know more than you think you know. So, okay, let's everybody be guided this morning. As you
All right, so our last headline. The Ukrainian president, Volodymyr Zelenskiy, is expected at the White House and on Capitol Hill next week as he visits the US during the United Nations General Assembly. Zelenskiy's trip comes as Congress is debating President Joe Biden's request to provide as much as $24 billion in military and humanitarian aid for Ukraine as it fights the Russian invasion. United States Representative James Comer, who's a Republican from Kentucky, and some other people anyway, they're presiding over a House Committee on Oversight and Accountability hearing with IRS whistleblowers about the Biden criminal investigation in Rayburn House. A bunch of other information that's not even that important. But an administration official speaking on the condition of anonymity to discuss the sensitive visit said that Zelensky will meet with Biden at the White House next Thursday. The trip to the Capitol was confirmed by 2 congressional aides granted anonymity to discuss the plans. The Ukrainian president made a wartime visit to Washington in December 2022, which we spoke about, and delivered an impassioned address to a joint meeting of Congress. At the time, it was his first known trip outside of his country since Russia invaded in February of that year. And that's it for our headlines.
Thank you very much. Let's get into our What You Saying topic of the day.
All right, so our topic of the day, right? Mm-hmm. And you know, like we've said before, we like to welcome suggestions from people in the chat.
Absolutely.
Especially moderators.
Pick up the moderators.
Right? You know what I mean? Oh, by the way, Maggie was meant to send a suggestion. It's been like 2 weeks now.
Okay, Maggie.
Yes, so please. But anyway, we did have a suggestion a few days ago for one of our mods. Huh?
Who was it?
It was
one of our active moderators.
Active.
Oh, I love that.
She was here every single morning.
Welcoming everybody.
Everybody.
Period. As she should.
Many of you welcomed her too.
Period.
We're very happy
some
to see
people.
Love hearts.
Emojis. Some of you wanted to take it outside of the TDA chat.
You know what I'm saying?
And welcome her in person.
You don't even know how much.
Yo.
So I'm for it.
Today's one.
Yeah, man. So again,
this
was given to us by our mod, Miss Shayla Davis. Right?
Big up Shayla.
Shayla.
You niggas were flirting out.
Free
Damn
Shayla.
bad.
So there you go. Exactly.
You know some people are currently heartbroken.
The niggas who were flirting and doing it, I thought you niggas ain't got no game, decorum, sense of awareness. This is terrible.
You know what? I think we should jump into it.
You sure?
I think we should.
No, the likes enough, Brent. No.
Oh, it hasn't reached 200 yet?
It hasn't.
Oh, never mind.
I haven't even checked. I'll be honest with you. I didn't check.
We know.
I didn't like instructions. Yep, I was right. It's 181. No,
181.
no tea yet. No. let the lights make sense, then
You know
we can get to you. This is
Yes.
how it works. Give and take.
Exactly. So, like I was saying, Michelle Davis, she reached out and she was like, "Look, I think we should do a topic on this." And she said, "What is holding you back in living the life you want to live?"
She was living too.
How can you laugh like that?
You know what I'm saying? Oh my God.
She's a legend. She's a legend. She's actually a legend. She's a legend. She's a damn legend.
Gmail.
I love it.
It came in 2 parts. That's the first part. The second part was, what or who do you need to let go of? Oh man, this was about. It was like maybe Monday or Tuesday.
The day before. The day before.
I love this, man. I love this stuff. This is lit.
So yeah, man, guys.
Yeah.
I'm assuming we won't go too deep into this, right? But let's answer the question now, because I feel like it's a very good question, man. And I feel like a lot of listeners will benefit from it as well. So, yeah, the question, very broad, starting off there. What is holding you back in living the life you want to live?
You know what Yoruba people say? They always say, "Owolo shejoro." Basically, money
I'm about to
is
say money.
all right.
No.
Money,
I was about to
money
say money.
is what is cheating me out of living my best life.
100%.
So that is it.
That's the main answer.
Because if you got to sit in traffic for an hour and 45 minutes today, I would have been doing that. I would have flew here,
On a PJ.
bro. Period.
Does everyone kind of have an ideal? So basically, when you wake up in the morning or whatever, or at any point in time, maybe once a year, top of the year, or I don't know, do you have an ideal life you want to live by the end of the year? Or do you just go with the flow?
Yeah, I feel like I have like a goal at the beginning of the year, and then there's moments where I'm reminded that, girl, this is not it. You need to be on your Zoom to get there. But it's a process, isn't it? I feel like I always strive to get to, I'm always striving and working towards where I'm trying to be. Well, I hope so anyway. Because this ain't it.
So, okay. So is money the thing that's holding you back from the ideal?
Yeah.
Just money?
I
Serious?
want to be a rich bitch.
I know that's right.
No, I thought, yeah.
Is it really?
For now.
Okay, for now.
For now, I'm going to
For
say
now.
money. For now. Obviously, money isn't the be-all and end-all, but it is,
yeah.
to be honest. It is.
It can open a lot of doors.
And
to
people
me.
who say money can't buy you happiness just don't know how to spend it correctly, in my opinion, to be honest. To be frank.
All right, what about you guys?
Same as what they said, to be fair. Show me the money.
So in the same way, do you kind of have an ideal? So like maybe like I was saying earlier, top of the year, be like, cool, this is how I want to live my life this particular year, and then maybe write it down or have it in your mind and keep it there, and then assess as the year goes on.
Yeah, I always set out goals, short, medium, long term. So yeah, I always have goals and always try to tick them off as I go along.
And obviously, without going into personal stuff, right? Those goals, you're saying money is the thing that's stopping you.
Majority, probably.
Okay. What about you, Marks?
What's stopping me? Stopping me from reaching my goals.
Most living the life you want to live. Yeah.
What are my ideals? Like, the only things that stop me from living how I want to live is just like rules and laws and shit.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay, so now we're taking it a good turn. All right. So
I try to live with as much freedom and doing what I want in it within reason. You can only everyone can say they could do what they want, but you can only do what you want within reason. Innit? Like, you know what I mean? There's laws and society set up to where you got to toe the line a little bit.
how free do you think you are? What I mean by that is like, in terms of like the.
Nothing. I just know. Sorry, please.
What happened?
Do you know why I'm laughing?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, sorry.
Share, because this is hysterics. I can see.
No, sorry.
Happening.
No, it's not. I was going to say, you know when you said, how free are you? I was going to say something and I thought, Gina, don't, man.
I'll just say it, man.
I was going to be like, yeah, free to the point where after you already had your dick dealt with, you want to go ask for somebody else.
Oh.
Yes.
You are free.
Oh, well, that
free man.
wasn't addressed.
No, because he went here on Monday.
I thought that was addressed when I wasn't here. Yeah, you a nasty.
You
piece of work.
nasty.
Oh, no, we talked about it on Tuesday. He got booked on Tuesday.
Yeah, you're
I'm not gonna lie. That one has finished my whole being.
Man to man them, you're sick.
I said,
you're sick
yeah.
cute,
Cool.
Why?
you're sick cute, bro. You're sicko, bro. Put your fucking dick away, man. Fucking hungry ass first. Yeah, think it.
When it's good, you gotta share it, man.
No, I'm done, please.
You didn't even know if it was
You didn't even know it was good.
Selfish.
That's just greed.
I'm good.
Oh!
No, but that's selfish though, because you potentially will fuck up his base. You're fucking up his situation by walking in there asking for fucking seconds or first, whatever you're asking for. No? You don't think about him and how that could potentially ruin his situation.
Can't ruin the situation.
Every man for himself.
How?
How's it gonna ruin the
'Cause
situation?
you have no idea how the girl's going to react.
What's up, dude? It's not my first rodeo.
Makes it even worse.
That makes it even worse.
It's worse.
Yeah, I'm your worst nightmare, man.
Yeah, we know. We've heard.
We know.
This is what I'm saying. I don't know. Taser put a little bit of sauce on that story anyway.
Yeah, Taylor was ready to. He was not gonna have it. There's nothing you could have planned behind the scenes. There was nothing you could have said.
Frantic though. Remember when Taser was alluding to the story? You were like, "What was it? What was it? What story was it?" Yeah. You were.
I knew what they were going to say. I was thinking, I was like, "Are you sorry? Is this what you want to
This
talk
is what
about?
you want to do.
Is this what you want to talk about on the stage?"
You're sick.
So it's vacation, man. When you're on holiday, it's different. The holiday version of me is wilder than the normal version of me as well. Imagine that.
I believe you, man.
Imagine that. Could you actually imagine it?
No.
I don't want to imagine it. Pause. The same for me to imagine. This is for
I'm fun to go on holiday with.
I'm sure you are.
No, trust me. I'm the life of the party.
Look at this. Keep focusing, please.
We got 5 more likes left, guys.
Yeah, I'm not as free as I want to be, though.
Okay.
Wait,
yeah,
we're
because-
free.
How
Oh, we hit it, yeah.
how free do you want to be?
So nosy. Let's do 250. No, because there's 350 something people in the chat.
Man
yeah.
said, "Don't dare you do what we asked you to do.
Let's do a bit
Do some more.
Do more.
Do more."
Yeah, do more. Show me that, you lot really got the
that's
power.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
true,
I
man. Gina, when you're in the gym and somebody does the weight, you say,
Do more.
more, right?
No, to be fair,
You know what I mean?
Exactly. You don't
I
just
do that a
stay
lot.
at the same
it,
thing.
I'll trick you out of your position.
My sister does that to me. Winds me
saying?
up, man.
Also, how long were you with your thing for before you went and knocked on his door?
Like, Yousaf was
No, because
detailed.
Taser alluded to the fact that it was fairly quick.
Taser was showing off, man.
Thank
I
you.
don't think it actually even went like that.
How'd it go?
How'd it go?
You know what?
What's
Give
your
us
version?
your version, please.
I want to ask. Never mind.
Give me your play
Let me
by
not ask
play.
questions. It's not going to help
You know
my
what I mean?
situation.
I hear
Right,
you.
talk to me. Ask some questions. I don't know.
Nah, it's not gonna help my situation.
No, go and ask him.
Jesus, okay.
I'm just asking.
Alright, cool. So in my head, yeah, this is how it went down, yeah. So obviously,
Sorry, can I just say, you guys have time to get the likes up.
Oh,
Sorry.
so because we're
Yeah,
having
this-
this,
yeah.
yeah. That's why we're doing this.
Didn't have time yesterday.
Oh, they definitely had time yesterday. You found it.
So I'm not heartbroken. It's fine. So I'm assuming, yeah, whatever happened. You finished, and then as soon as you finished, did you go and was it straight afterwards? Didn't you need to like collaborate? Like, do you know what I mean? Don't you need a minute, or you can just go again straight away?
Or are you on them?
Oh, you did market research.
No, see, this is why I'm so
Or you on I'm not gonna lie,
You are annoying.
Gina. We're gonna swap seats.
You got
You
anything?
know I'm sitting next to you doing shit like that, bro.
He went there.
Put your tongue back in your fucking mouth.
No, and this is why I said it's not gonna help. I'm just curious.
I can't remember. I think he's putting sauce on the story. I don't think it was like that.
Give me your story.
Huh? Because
You finished with your girl, and then you got up and thought, what's
I'm
happening
still
in there?
hungry. I'm thirsty.
No, because I feel like we was in the room together. We was all patting up anyway. It wasn't like it wasn't like that. Like I saw him smoking her, he saw me smoking the other joint.
Yeah.
You get me?
Yeah.
I didn't finish. You get me?
Yeah.
She finished.
Okay.
It was a heavyweight bout, you get me? So
okay.
She was laid out in the bed like a little lamb.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say?
You know with that liver shot.
Yeah. You know when you see gal snoring, you know he done your thing. You know what I'm saying?
First, I don't like you when I sit next to you. I don't like this version of you.
So because I wasn't finished.
You didn't finish, yeah.
I was just went to explore to see what was going on in it. Okay. Because for whatever reason, because I swear he was chopping on the bed and then he went to get all sexy and get in the shower or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know why. He's trying to make movies, he's trying to make moments, trying to create memories in his head, you get me? So I was just there and I was just bored twiddling my thumbs.
Yeah.
So then I just thought, you know what, let's see if we can
What was your exact words?
turn this party up. Huh?
What was your exact words?
I can't remember, you know.
You mean the Stevie J? I don't recall.
I don't recall. It would have been like...
You're going to finish that?
Something like that. What are you saying?
Sounds all right.
As a girl in the bathroom, that's wild to hear.
That's why
as
you
the
gonna finish
girl.
that.
That's wild to hear.
I can't even remember what I would have said, man. I'll be honest with you. Something Killy. Yo, Killy, what are you telling me?
Whose man's is this?
I'm not gonna lie, I would have been like, get the fuck out of here, man. I would have been traumatized. Get the fuck out of the room. I'm trying to do my thing. You're coming here to jeopardize my situation because you're hungry. That is selfish, man.
Nah, man, but we're on holiday, innit? Remember, you can't. There's no rules on holiday. Like it's that kind of party.
I don't play by the rules, innit? I've never been a man who partaked in, like, you know what I mean, group activities. So I can't really relate to this. There's no man's walking in the room when I'm shopping and asking me no questions.
Oh, see, I've had full-blown conversations.
Yeah.
Love that for you.
Not me.
No, you don't. You hate it.
Nigga, I don't care.
Remember, I can change, you know.
No, you can't. It's fine.
I don't remember.
Listen.
Don't let all of these cloudy judgments.
No, girl. All sense came back into my body that day when you said this story.
The worst part was Brent.
Literally, Brent kept consoling
I was sat in the middle
me.
of them. Brent went through
Every minute
me
he was like,
to console, like,
Sheena, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. I just thought,
it's fine.
Did you, after you was dismissed, did you go and wake up your girl?
Think so, yeah.
Round 2, she's thinking, no.
I said,
Please,
no.
no. All right. Well,
people are really upset, boy.
what's another? What's another what?
Oh, we're stretching the story. They want the tea.
Listen, don't push me too
What
much.
story?
Man.
Oh, you mean the...
They need 24 likes.
Push me too
Oh,
much.
okay,
We get
okay.
to the next headlines, bro.
Oh,
Sorry, Iman, as you were.
What do they want you to address?
I don't know, Marks. The likes, until the likes hit where the likes are meant to hit, I'm not going to know. I keep having amnesia.
I'm going to like to... Let me like to contribute.
do you know what? I can't see
I
it,
keep getting amnesia. I can't remember the life of me. I'm trying to remember, but the higher the likes go, the more the memory's coming to me.
Also, did the person in question do anything untoward?
No.
To where they might deserve what they're getting or not?
I can't remember, Yousaf.
Or was it no?
It's got to get to 250, then I remember.
All right. People, I need to know. No, y'all, I need to know. So get to 250. So I'm tired of being left in the dark.
Wait, what number are we on? Because on mine, it's not up to date, I don't think.
You have to come out of it and then go back in.
Oh, that's okay.
So we are currently on
Because mine's all
229. Oof.
Oh, we close.
That memory is fading, baby.
You're annoying.
Maybe I had to fade in 30 seconds. A little shot.
Let me ask you guys this, yeah, because this is part 2 of Shayla's question.
Big up Shayla once again.
Free Shayla.
You say free Shayla.
100%, man.
But
Free my girl,
the
man.
greatest mod so far.
I'm seeing
I like Shayla.
I'm seeing conflicting remarks in regards to if she deserves this or not.
Deserves what? We ain't done nothing.
What's going on?
I guess we'll chat.
I don't
about it
know.
when 250 arrives.
No, I'm waiting. I'm trying to egg on the 250. Come on, guys.
Okay.
Help
So
me,
the people that talk
nigga.
If people that talk about you don't deserve that, you might want to be liking.
You know what I'm saying? God damn it.
If it's about what I think it is,
Yes,
Good morning.
Good morning, caller.
Morning, guys.
I thought it was Shelly.
Good morning.
Plot twist.
Morning. It's Abby speaking here.
Hi, Abby. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
I'm good, thank you, darling.
I just wanted to speak about the Shayla topic, to be honest, because, I mean, she was a lovely girl. She really was. But
she's not dead.
Let's remember that at the end of the day, this is illegal activity. You are impersonating someone else's identity.
Who is?
Shayla.
What?
Who? What?
No, but sorry.
No, wait.
Sorry,
What?
excuse me. Wait. Abby, you're doing spoiler alert.
It's not really spoiler alert.
You should have told friends about trigger warning, all that stuff.
Thank you for calling,
Wait, Abby, what's going on?
So, Abby, you got to go back and
not ready
like...
for this. You need to trigger warning.
We ain't thinking
Love
about
you,
poor girl
love
who's
you,
love you,
actually
love
being
you, love
catfished,
you.
basically.
We got 12...
No,
I didn't
there
even know
has been a
someone was being
conversation
catfished.
going on
Abby, we've got
since
12 likes
yesterday.
until this topic can be discussed, I'm afraid, girl.
It's coming, Esther. It's actually coming. People like the video. We need
I
to discuss
just
this.
refreshed. Abby, girl, I just refreshed.
People have
It's
places to be
2:38.
and what to do.
Abby, we can't even hear you, you know.
There's a magic
Yeah,
number.
Abby, who is? Wait, I'm confused.
Abby,
I need to be.
No,
brought,
Marbs.
I need to be brought up
Tell
to
the
speed.
kiddies
I need to
to
be
like the
abreast
video.
of the situation. Alright, Kitty, them. How
Like the
many?
video.
Wait, let me see how many likes we got left.
Because you know people know I'm stubborn. I won't talk about anything in this place.
I see stuff in people's future. I see.
It's 11 likes.
I see.
I don't understand why.
People are asking for
10
much.
likes left. 10 likes left.
I don't get why
Like
people
the
are
video.
discussing
And then
this.
nine. Yeah,
Not Abby staying on the phone for the
nine
countdown.
left.
In it.
And then
We can
when it
already
gets there,
address it at this point.
I'm
We
not
can
gonna
already
raise it.
address it. There's
But, you
only
know.
8 likes.
There's
Esther,
8
please,
likes
I
left.
beg.
No, you know what? Someone told me what's going on.
No,
And
not
her
until we get
boyfriend,
250.
Miss Maria said she's got things to do. We have things to do.
And what do you think I have?
Wait.
What
Not
do you
really,
think I
because-
have?
It's getting a bit rude.
No,
Abby, what,
listen.
no, because Abby, what do you think my day consists of?
7 left.
Pilates and jokes?
You know what I mean?
So we are up. So
7
let's discuss
likes
this right now.
Abby, baby girl.
Abby is
Abby, how
fiending.
come you're getting the updated
Who
likes?
said you're the
244.
spokesperson?
246.
There's been
Abby's
a chat
refreshing.
going on TDA community since yesterday from 11 a.m. till 8 p.m. about this situation.
No way.
That's how
You're
you
lying.
think about
About
this.
what?
Do you have a job?
What did she say?
11 till when?
8 p.m.
8.
I'm
What
not-
was it?
They was in the community all day.
Wait. For them to be talking for that long, there has to be more than what I'm being told has happened for that to be. No?
How many hours is that?
11 a.m. to 8 p.m.
9.
That's 9 hours. Are we here?
That's a job.
Alright, we go. Let's
Wait.
go, Esther. No more pushing.
No, let me wait a minute.
No more pushing.
Wait a minute. I'm
Let's
not going to
go.
push it. Let me just check that
255.
facts is right. 254. Okay, I can work with this. What are you not doing from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m.?
Yeah, please share.
So I kept seeing my phone notification going on. I'm thinking, what is going on? And I checked at 5 p.m. The conversation's been going on from 11 a.m. till 8 p.m.
Abby,
about
talk to
this
us. Tell us
Give
what
us.
happened.
Yeah, man. What's going on?
Also, where's
About
is this in Mighty?
how
Yeah.
Nightfall and Bone
Nightfall.
broke
And who?
They broke the news and Bone. They broke the news saying
Oh, Von.
Von's wrapped up in this.
something about Jonica cheating. This
Who
was
is
the
Jonica?
person that's in the vicinity.
Jonica cheating?
Who's
An
Jonica?
influencer. Influencer
context
from the
economy.
US. She has 1 million fans on following on Instagram, and apparently Shayla, our beloved Shayla, who was a lovely lady, has been impersonating that person, sadly. And Nightfall and Von broke the news. We don't know how, we don't know what they did. And it's just really sad. Obviously, she was a lovely girl.
Nightfall, weren't that his babes?
It was, man. I tell you, he's down bad right now.
That was his
like a
babe. He
bridge
was about to
version.
take a flight.
Do you know everything?
People were about to fly in the US for that reason. There's a lot that's been going on, to be
Niggas
honest,
were gonna
guys.
fly
And
over
that's
there.
what I had to tell you.
Nah, you niggas are sad.
Wasting
Try to
people's
fire out.
time. We don't want to talk about Top Boy. We want to talk about this situation, and that's why there's 348 people watching this today. I had to say it because we're losing too much time.
Abby, we need to get to the bottom of this. And
Oh, okay.
thank you very much for calling in.
Thank
but
you,
I need for everybody who's listening to me, I need it from right from the very top when it was broke, right? Yeah. Apparently, Von broke
Have
it.
a good weekend, guys.
Thank you. Have a nice day. Have a nice day, Abby.
Call in and share with us what this is all about.
Von, sir.
Because
you know the number.
Nightfall was Sheila's first babes.
First love.
And
First TDA love.
I heard through the grapevine He's been talking to Sheila.
What, nighttime, his legs up on the wall? Brent! What are you telling me?
Listen carefully.
What are you telling me? Is it pillow talking?
You're childish.
And I heard that when he fucked up, his will was finished.
Nah, you're childish. Why are you enjoying this so much? You're childish.
No, he's not childish. It's funny.
I also heard that he passed the message on to other bandits, and they too were pissed. And all last week, I'm seeing,
You know what's
they
killing me?
made a code. They made a code to communicate their vexation whenever Sheila spoke.
You know when you're talking to a babe, that you lose yourself when you're talking. Your legs, you might be standing on your fridge. You might be laying on the bed. You're in different weird positions. This is what Nightfall was doing.
No,
I haven't got the words.
Mirrors are broken, man.
I ain't got the words. I don't
Have
know
you
the
done-
words.
so where's Shayla? Because she's still a key member of
I
the
need
community.
some people to call
That's what I'm
in.
saying. Did she do anything besides this?
Yeah, I need Von or Nightfall.
She hasn't done- she hasn't done
That's the
anything.
thing. This
Alright.
feels like bullying a little bit.
Let me be honest, yeah. It's still not really clear what happened. For me, it's still not clear.
We've lost a mod.
So basically,
One
Shayla.
more down.
We've lost a valued member of the community.
Okay.
her
We
picture
have. I like
Yeah.
Shayla.
that she had up
It's not her.
is not her.
Okay. So how
And that's it.
did it come to light that it's not her?
Apparently, Von done a reverse Google search.
What's the reverse Google?
I don't know.
search?
That's what they said in the chat. And he found the picture and who the picture belongs to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And the picture belongs to someone called Janika.
Oh, the girl.
I think
oh,
it's
is that why
dirtier than
everyone
that.
keeps calling
I
her
think it's
Janika?
dirtier than
Yeah.
that.
All right, go on.
Because
Go
I
on.
believe the reverse image search would have only have happened once it is somebody was alerted.
Someone new, yeah. So
I'm looking for the
So who
genesis
knew?
Oh,
story.
why did he search in the first
I'm looking
place?
for the origin
Yeah.
story, and I believe Nightfall has some answers.
Nightfall,
What
I'm
are you
begging.
saying?
You need to call him, man.
You need to call
I
it.
feel like Nightfall offered to fly her out, and she
Esther.
declined a few times. And as such,
Wait, hold on. Is this
As such-
legit tea or?
no, this is my speculation.
Okay, go on.
Because I need to understand if Nightfall's out here having, having
Pillow talk.
sweet talk, pillow talk, with his legs
Swinging
up on
legs
the
in the
wall.
corner.
You're swinging your legs. You know what I mean? You're twiddling things around your house, moving, rearranging, unarranging, same things. Because you're just having sweet conversations. What is it that made you?
I need to put a
Do
trigger warning
this.
up.
So it must have been a case where you are now ready to take this to the next step, and the other party wasn't as willing.
Yeah.
So that had you questioning things.
FaceTimes, maybe.
FaceTimes, maybe.
It was one of the
Do you
bitter
think you're
men's.
smart one?
It was definitely one of the bitter men's.
Was
Isn't
it?
it?
Would it through?
It was one of the bitter men's.
Where's Kevin?
The bitter men's.
There'll be a few because they came in first thing in the morning. Morning,
Oh,
Shayla,
yeah.
baby.
I'm not gonna lie, yeah.
Hey, baby.
I'm not gonna lie. Whenever I saw the
making
good
me
mornings, it made me sick.
I said, morning, Shayla, baby.
There's
That's so sick.
I thought
There's
if
a
only
few
y'all,
of them.
if only y'all knew.
There's a few of them still. So
Big up
they,
Shayla. I like Shayla. Shayla brought good vibes.
Yeah.
she needs to come back
man.
because
Well,
at the
no,
end
the
of the
thing
day,
is, I like Shayla. She's very polite.
Yeah, she was nice.
And she was very yeah.
And I think
I
she's
like
come in
her,
here and just
man.
shut all of this down and be like, listen, you raggedy hoes.
and he's not moving like she wasn't a real person. That was
She
the
is a
real
real person.
person.
Yeah.
That
That's
was
a
her.
real person.
As real as everybody else.
Just
that's
for the
here.
picture.
Yeah.
We don't know about
Yeah,
them.
big facts.
Well, I know about
Hi.
Tracy. I've met Tracy. You know Tracy got strays.
Strays.
Why? What did Tracy get
Apparently,
straight for?
She's got
apparently,
what?
Ebony.
She caught
Ebony
strays.
Onyx. Apparently, Ebony Onyx said that first of all, Tracy made a group with Sheila
No, is it
and
Stacey or Tracy?
Vibesy, and they were rating people.
Stacey or Tracy?
What? Sorry.
Oh, what?
Tracy.
Based on
Stacey's
picture
a
we-
different thing. Ebony Onyx.
Ebony, why do you have
Ebony
all the
Onyx.
tea?
Ebony Onyx. Ebony Onyx said that or claimed that
Alleged
Stacey,
that.
our US correspondent,
Yes.
was Sheila.
So she's
That was a
saying.
burner account.
Nah, I don't believe that.
Nah, it's not, man.
Nah.
So we say.
But why would she need a burner
Yeah.
account?
No, but that's the thing though. It's like you get
Because
to present as two selves.
She was saying that
That's
obviously
insanity.
Sheila was conventionally pretty.
Okay.
And apparently she was implying, that's what I read from it.
Yeah,
She was
implying.
implying that Stacey needed that dopamine hit. So she created the light skin account
To get that.
to get the boys.
Whose theory is this? This is
Because
your
that's
theory.
gingered.
This is your
Because
theory.
Gingered.
Because I
No,
saw
you're annoying.
Stacey
Your
Boys
earlier.
gingered.
I saw
And the
Stacey.
boys were gingered.
Did you say ginger
That's
one
your
more
ginger.
time?
Whose theory is this?
I've seen Stacey. I've been on the cam with Stacey. Stacey Stacey's not like this.
Yeah.
So I didn't like the fact that was said.
Yeah.
I will say though,
Stacey was just getting straight.
Oh my
For no
God,
reason,
Chrissy
yeah.
just said it's true. Shayla
good
tried to
Stacey, because I was hoping Stacey hadn't gone to bed. Because Stacey said she was going to bed. So I'm
What?
glad
The,
Stacey's awake.
the rating scheme?
Stacey's peeped it.
So what were they rating in the group?
What's the rating scheme?
I can
I
solve
don't
what-
think
People to call in.
I
Chris,
can
you
solve-
don't know this
Chrissy
information.
just said it's true. Shayla tried to recruit me. Recruit you for what?
I can
The
someone with a
rating
fake picture
scheme.
do a rating scheme.
No, wait. So, Christy, good vibes, please call in. Because first of all, yeah, I need to understand how. I need to know who joined this group. Because you're the
That's
biggest
crazy.
fool.
I'm telling you.
See, there's any delay on this.
Good morning.
There is.
What?
No, that's a good one.
No, beloved. Hello.
Hello, vibes. You're
How did she answer
something.
that call?
You know
That
there's a delay.
quick?
She's listening.
No, but there's
There's
no
a
delay.
delay.
I just
Really
said it.
quick.
What delay?
I just asked her to call
I'm gonna
in.
keep things. So quick.
Well done.
I didn't even know you were
Hotline bling, bro.
in. I'm just gonna say something really quick. Shayla, wherever you are in spirit, my love.
Wait a minute, Vibesy.
I stand with you. Anyway, side note, guys. Vibesy was not rating anybody. Nobody that didn't occur. I just want to make very clear. While there may have been a group chat between Vibesy, Tracy, and Shayla, whoever that person may be, no rating occurred, and that wasn't a thing. So I'll leave you man to that.
Wait, so what was you doing in the group?
What are you doing in the group?
What are you man on? One normal simple group chat. That's why I met a normal girl since. It's some old group chat.
You're not answering the question.
Vibesy, and by the way, funniest thing of all, Tracy didn't even tell you, my eyes barely even touched the chat because my eyes were there on the TDA chat and my eyes can't be doing screens too much. So I felt like a shit girl.
So
I was failing the Achilles.
So this chat
That's
was
why I
only
keep
live
coming back
during
to you.
TDA hours. That's what you're telling me, Vibesy.
I mean, when it was meant to be, Vibesy was even a failure to the Achilles. Like she wasn't even using the chat. Tracy couldn't even attest to that. So I'm saying that raw. I felt like a bad friend. And I was going to go back and join the Gillies. It's the female Achilles. And then now there's not going to be a Shayla there.
Gillies.
Because Shayla was there for long. So all I'm just saying is there was no rating. There was no nothing. Yeah, no. Bye. That's all.
But one more question. What was the intention
Of the group.
Of the group?
Yeah.
Did you
I
decline to
genuinely-
rate or did she want to rate?
I'm going to be so honest with you. I'm going to have to go and look through that chat to see if any rating occurred. Because I'm telling you guys that like, it was a really basic group chat that was made with no like weird stuff in mind. And then like, I literally stopped opening my eyes on the chat. Like,
Was it on
literally, and I
Instagram?
can't even know what's in the chat. I need to go see. Do you get it?
Was it
But
Insta?
that's not what the chat was made for. To talk about boys or nothing like that. Like it wasn't, that's not a thing.
Was it on Insta?
No, it was on the community.
Oh, okay. So this is what people are doing on my
So
team.
funnily enough, but the mad thing, but the thing that I felt really betrayed and confused
Yeah.
was because I gave Shayla my Insta time ago, but I've not even been on Insta. So it's like, I really thought this was a real person. And a lot of, to be honest, it is a real person, to be fair. But I just think that's very,
It's an
like,
impersonator.
great. Yeah, do you know what I mean? And I feel like, I thought, like, I'm not gonna lie, not to abet anyone, but they're not doing catfish. But when somebody said she was an influencer or whatever, I just thought maybe she wanted to be in a different space and not be treated in a certain way. Like, I'm not gonna lie, there's amongst them in the chat, I've proved somebody who I know from Twitter who's a big name too, but they're choosing to go by an alt name. It's not a fake name. They're using the alt name, but using their real face because they don't want that same kind of. Do you know what I mean? Like, let's say Mark's from the new community tomorrow, football lads. Yeah, he might not want to be Mark in that chat because he doesn't want everyone to be bringing up his own stuff. I'm just saying.
I hear you, but then Mark's gonna create a new account and then have his picture up there.
No, you're so right. Mark's would probably just put like M dot and then put like no picture or something. You're right. But what I'm trying to say is this Shayla character, from my understanding, never did anything shady. And me and Tracy stand by Shayla, and that's all bye.
Can you message me the other person you picked, please? I just want to know.
No, I can't do that.
I won't share it with everybody.
Because
Not even Brett.
the reason I say that is because the person's not using a fake face. They're not even using a fake name.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay, fair
that
enough.
name's that. Do you get it? So that wouldn't be fair.
So there's no
they haven't
danger
done it
going
wrong. Yeah, exactly. But I'm giving you guys an easy example. Like that makes sense to me. Like when I talked to it was, I was like, okay, that makes sense. You don't want the same heat. You want to be different. Do you mean like you're not being fake? It's actually you. Do you know what I mean? So that's why
that makes sense.
Yeah. So that being said, I'll leave you guys to it.
Lovely, thank you.
Just want to remove my name from the mix up.
Thank you, Vibesy.
Bye.
Thank you.
I mean, to last time was Shayla anyway. Last time was Shayla. She did a roll call every morning call and said good
she's
morning to
definitely
people.
good vibes.
Not many people in this world say good morning, and she's got good manners. If nothing else,
And she got the guys putting up the picture.
there you are. Because a lot of guys were auditioning.
Yeah.
They were shaking their ass.
Yeah.
They were shaking their ass, twerking for Shayla.
Can we tell the audience that we knew all along?
Well, I think you just did, Yousaf.
no?
you just said.
I know that's the whole point of why I said it.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
No, you knew. Matter of fact, I think me and you had the first initial conversation about it.
Right.
Early.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Is this Tracy?
Morning.
Everyone's coming to clear their name.
I hear everybody is saying my name. Let's talk. What's the story in Baltimore? What's going on?
Story.
Are you the founding member of the group chat then?
Of the rating group chat.
So, this is Tracy. So this is the thing, right? On Mighty, that you guys know I'm trouble. You guys know I flirt with the mandem out in the chat like it's open. It's nothing hidden. I have a man of the month every single time.
I love that.
So all it was, Shayla had a little, every month I do it. I'm like, Kevin, and then it was Paul Wale, and then who else was it? Now it was Brent. That was it. Like,
now
it's never that.
That's all fake.
Yeah.
Basically, you part of the roster.
Man of the moment.
There we go. So what's happened is, with all this Shayla, discovery and whatnot, I went on Mighty and I said, how do you delete chats? Because I was just instigating, as I do. That is me. That's all I ever do. And so Ebony came up to me and she said, sis, I hope you weren't talking too much. I said, nah, man, we were just talking about who's hot and not. Like, that's all it was. Ebony. And it's not a case of we spoke.
Wait, sorry.
It's not a case of us speaking.
Sorry.
Oh?
Stop. Sorry, Tracy.
Yeah, don't go too quick, man.
Sorry, babe. Go back.
Okay, go back.
Why is Ebony in it? Because Ebony's in a lot this morning. Ebony, why is Ebony in it?
So she just messaged me to say, because I put in the group chat in Mighty, the actual TDA community group chat, there was a chat in there.
Yeah.
So I had put, how do I delete messages? And that was just me being messy as usual, nothing crazy. If you want, I can even come back. I can send you screenshots of all my chats. There's nothing, absolutely nothing. And so she said, I hope you weren't giving up too much information or something along those lines, which I replied and said, ha. Nah, that's not the case. Like, it was just a case of me saying who's hot and who's not. Like, it's never that deep. And she was like, cool, phew. And that was it. Now I'm waking up and I'm hearing people who don't even watch the chat talking about, someone was talking about Tracy and I think it was you. And I said, what's happening here? What have I done?
What's going on?
I don't understand. I'm just here for a good time, not a long time. Like, who I am in the chat is what you see in person. Yeah. I flirt with everyone openly. I will say what I need to say openly. I'm not going to lie about things. I don't get it. So there is no group chat ranking people. The only thing that me and Shayla will probably ever talk about is she'll say, Nightfall muted me, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, you need to give him the cold shoulder.
Having domestics.
Yeah. There was a time he muted her after Von had muted me. So I was like, you need to give him the cold shoulder, show him that you don't care, giving it all the girl chat. So that's literally what it's been about.
How deep did the relationship with Shayla and Nightfall go?
Wait, they're muting each other.
And also, have you ever met each other in real life?
No, it actually didn't.
Was anyone going to get flued out?
Blackout.
No, it wasn't, because I asked her. I was like, what's the deal with you two? And she was just like, nah, it's nothing. Literally, we just, on Instagram, we just say hi, that's it. So that's as far as I know. There's nothing there from what I know. Well, who knows? Everybody lies. So whatever you want the narrative to be, go for it. You guys do your thing. But honestly, there was no list.
Did you know about Shayla?
No, I didn't know.
Did anyone try to tell you about anything about Shayla?
Nobody. So I don't understand why everyone is now saying, couldn't you tell? Didn't you know? And I'm like,
he's not lying about it.
I just thought she was a really lovely girl.
She is a lovely girl.
All right, Nightfall's ringing in.
Oh, is it? All right, let's go.
All right. Thank you, Tracy.
Also, what's the Instagram of the girl that she impersonated, please?
Janika Keating.
Janika Keating?
Yes.
Jonika
Keating.
How do you spell Jonika?
Like Annalise. All right, thank you, Tracy, babes.
All right, next up.
Nightfall, do your thing.
Because you've got a lot of redeeming to do, boy. Because right now, in my mind, you're heartbroken.
And I want the origin story. I want the origin story.
Oh, she pretty.
How do you spell Janika?
Joe. Wow. Jonica.
Gina.
Oh.
Sorry,
Good morning. Who are we speaking to, please?
Wait.
Oh.
It's not connected.
It's not.
Oh, you even sound sad. Morning, sir. How are you?
Would you like? I'm fine. I'm good.
You sure?
Can you get a refund on them tickets?
British Airways, is that allowed?
You know what's so funny? If this is who you thought you were talking to, you're
down bad.
No. You must have been. You was gassed.
Wait, let's give him a comfortable environment.
You was gassed.
Brent, what is it you wanted to know?
I can't lie. At the start, I was gassed. I can't lie.
I thought you were gassed. You were salivating out the mouth.
I was like, who is this girl?
Okay, so Brent wants to know the origin story. So Brent, what is it you want to know?
Would you not want to know that?
Brent, please ask.
This is not even the
Would you not want to know?
Hold up. Yeah. Tell me what happened from the very beginning. How did you meet her?
Everything was on the chat. What do you mean?
How did you fall in love with her?
What do you mean fall in love with her? What do you mean?
How did you fall in love, young man?
There was no love involved, bro.
It was lust. It was pure lust.
Dead ass.
Did you guys talk on the phone?
No. We never spoke on the phone, bro.
You never
Did you send voice notes?
No.
Did you try to FaceTime her?
This Janika thing is clean.
Did
The thing is, I told
these
lot,
Mugs.
right? Her voice never matched the face.
Mugs.
And these lot didn't want
can you
to
see?
believe me.
Yeah.
Did you try to FaceTime her Nightfall?
No.
Never?
So what was you doing? This sounds so like AOL.
I beg you, stop lying.
No, it sounds like, you know, MSN Messenger back in the day.
Oh.
Yeah. It's giving pen pal.
It's given age, sex, location.
Yeah.
That's what I said earlier. This is like black chat.
Black chat.
Yeah.
You know what it was?
Nightfall.
You know what it was?
Can you just tell us what the...
Hold on.
Sorry.
You know what it was? Everything was in the chat. So everything was in the chat. Off the chat, everything was just...
Well, when you say in the chat,
quiet,
the TDA
man.
chat or Mighty Networks chat, babes? There's a difference. There's different chats.
TDA chat. Everything you saw in the chat was basically...
No.
90% of what happened.
No.
Nightfall. You're not being truthful, man.
Nightfall. I need the origin story, right?
How did you know she was a... How did you know...
Who found that? Who found that? How did you find that?
Okay.
Boy, don't play with me.
Well,
Yes, can you explain that too?
I just thought you were taking in what we're saying.
No.
Basically...
He called between the boys. The boys that got injured.
No. Basically...
Victims. Sorry, carry on.
She called in.
Yeah.
There was a time she called in and her voice was just higgy.
Mm-hmm.
That was the first time I thought, okay, we need to slow down here. Like, what's going on? And then after that, like, I did a quick screenshot of her pic on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
And then I did the whole Google image search thing.
Yeah.
That's when I clocked Jonica.
Okay.
Eating. Because if you notice, I sort of flirted with her in the chat for time.
Oh, we know.
Oh, yeah. We saw
that.
Exactly. So, exactly. Because I clocked from early, innit? But I couldn't come out and say it. Like, if I was to come out and say it, yeah, I would have looked crazy. So I had to wait.
You're crazy, you're flirting.
So I was waiting.
What was the moment?
So I was waiting for the time, innit?
Yeah.
When the penny dropped.
Yesterday.
So what made you do it then?
Von came out with the app, with the Twitter app, and was like, "Oh, Jonica Keaton." And I was like, "Okay."
So did you tell Von?
Wait, so you and Von weren't in communication about it?
What do you mean?
You're leaving stuff out.
Did you tell Von about when you clocked?
So Von broke the news, you're saying, but you didn't tell Von?
No, Von broke the news, and then I followed up.
But did you tell Von though?
They had a group chat.
He needs to
I didn't tell Von.
He didn't tell Von.
Did you have a group
So
chat?
who told Von?
Did you have a group chat? Did you have a group chat?
No, that's a Von.
Did you have a group
That's
chat?
a Von
Who was in
question.
the group chat?
Group chat with who?
I know some information. And
What group chat are you talking about?
Nightfall.
Did you
Okay,
have
you
a
know
group
what?
chat?
You're not taking this seriously.
How did you guys sync
What
up?
group chat are you talking about?
How did you?
Exactly,
How
that's
cope with that?
true, that's
Did you all
true.
have a group chat?
Don't
What
try
do
to
you
get
mean?
one.
What do you mean a group chat?
Okay.
Ah,
Do you know what?
okay.
All right. Thank you.
We need
Nightfall.
Von. We need someone who's going to tell the truth.
Yeah,
If Von's just like, it's
What do
Von.
you mean a group chat?
Why are you laughing like a psychopath, bro?
You're not being honest.
Hey, find out from someone else in it at the work. Find out from someone
You know
else.
why? You've done some salacious things you ain't trying to tell us, bruv. I think you and Shay's relationship is deeper than you're letting us know, man. Yeah.
Much
Like,
deeper.
I'm not buying the fact that you only spoke on the chat. I'm
No,
sorry.
you spoke on the
I'm not buying it.
phone. You probably done all
You were
sorts of
twiddling
stuff.
your toes.
No.
on the phone.
Yo, listen, you were standing on top of your fridge talking to Shayla.
Yeah.
Goodbye, sir. Thank you very much.
Oh, hold on, no. Relax, bro, relax.
Nah, you definitely were. Don't try and
There's
do
no
hard
way
voice, hard
Von.
voice
So
now.
you're saying you found out and you were sitting on it. If Von found out separately,
No,
and
but
then
Marks, they had a
that's
code.
that's not
No,
true.
Marks, they had a code in the chat. They would be doing to each other. So how are you telling me you just said one time and then Von
100%
caught on and was
they
doing
said
Yeah, the best on the side for sure.
You got to come up with better lies, man.
Yeah, you're withholding information.
Sorry.
Yeah, you're withholding all the
Sorry,
information
man.
because you're trying to make
Sorry,
yourself feel
sorry.
good. I'm gonna contact Shayla and get her side of the story.
Sorry.
What happened to you?
Sorry.
Because
I'm an honourable man, sorry.
I've still got Shayla.
Brent, is Nightfall a mod?
No.
Okay. If he was, I was.
No, I ain't
take
no mod.
that.
Yeah, you would have lost your privileges
That stays
today,
away.
boy. 'Cause-
All right, Von, you need to call in, please.
Down bad.
All right, thanks Nightfall for nothing.
All right, bye.
I hope you have the day you deserve.
You will have the day you deserve. Flirting ass man.
All right, Von, you need to call up, please.
I think he's saying he can't call in.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Who else is in the group? Brent.
Listen, Nightfall.
Nightfall
was in a relationship.
From what I know,
He's in a
the people who were
He
using
was
them,
with Shayla.
Yeah, he was in a relationship, to be honest, and he was very, very pissed when it is that he was told that she was.
I got fish.
Also, did he have her catfish Insta account?
No.
So what did he have to go off? Just this little chat.
Who? Nightfall.
Nightfall.
He didn't have. He
didn't have
was
anything.
Swooning.
So he didn't have Scott.
I know the details.
He was
man.
told.
This nigga was Sorry.
Too late.
Oh.
But you said that with so much
£5.
emphasis
Yeah.
with him, boy. Jeez.
Because it was Nightfall, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Alliteration and that. He was proper swooning. Like he was proper talking to her deep.
Yeah.
He knows about the child. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. How do I know about that? Did she ever share them?
Oh, she got a child.
I think so.
Don't worry.
up her.
You don't need to give your sources, but just say.
No, you
to
don't
tell
need
you
them
know.
to give you sources.
So when it is he found out,
Don't
because
give them. They
somebody
haven't given us
told
nothing.
him,
We ain't giving them nothing.
He was heartbroken. In fact, he continued to talk, hoping that the person who told him was lying.
He didn't believe.
And then he said, "Now I've seen another picture, and it looks like that's the one." So he was fighting the truth, fighting it.
Oh, is it? Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm not seeing them linking up. Each time Sheila's talking,
It's not them linking up.
but I don't think they told everybody, all the thirsty guys, the gingered guys, all at the same time. I think Ace Boogie, yeah, he was involved in that too.
Boogie.
Yeah, he was doing the after a while too. But I think Von got pissed after a while, saying, "Nah, this is sick. This is sickening. I don't want to play this game anymore. I don't want to be part of this chat outside of this chat anymore." So he's like, "I've had enough." I'm saying it, and then he said it just the other day.
So he blew it up.
Yeah. I think he was sick and tired of the little boys kind of making this a thing.
Who said that?
Nightfall and them, man.
Did he find
was-
out?
he was
Did he
side of
find?
it.
So did he find out first?
No. One? No.
Yeah. Who found out first?
Nightfall.
Nightfall.
Oh, so Nightfall made the group and told them.
I don't know if Nightfall made a group.
All right. So who's the leaders of it? Like who's the originators? Who's the founding fathers? Nightfall.
I don't think
Von,
Nightfall can be called a leader
Ace.
in this. Von is the leader.
Yeah,
Because he's the one who was sick of all of this. and
Because
blew it
Kevin wouldn't put up with his group. As soon as he popped in, what are we doing here? Next day, I'm telling everybody this. So Von took a while, but I think
So who's the three that was sharing information initially? Ace, Boogie.
I think it's more than three.
Okay, but who?
But we would never know until Von calls in to say who was in the group.
Von said bingo minus the chat. So I think everything you said is true minus the chat.
So how did they link up? Were they email each other? Were they on an email
Might
chain?
seen it. Let's get rid of that platform once and for all.
They would have
it
needed
gone?
a platform to share
They
information
sync up
on.
the,
They wouldn't need, because how did you know that whenever we're saying this, we were saying, Nightfall called for nothing, man. I wish I could take those minutes back.
So hold on. So yesterday, was Shayla in the chat when all this happened?
She started off in the chat.
Started off in the chat.
So then when he outed her, what did she do? She just vanished. What was her last words? No, not in that way.
She
Like,
goes silent when she feels that something is happening that like,
okay.
she doesn't know about.
Okay.
Obviously, she would hit people up after the fact and say,
Listen to
"Hey, what's you two talking about?"
yeah.
Bear in mind, everything that we're saying, Shayla was the most loveliest
100%.
community member.
Absolutely.
100%.
Facts.
The most loveliest. I've even told her, I beg you. Look, I love your spirit. It's warm,
Come
right?
back.
Go find a picture that nobody could basically find, right?
You told her.
Yeah. And then come back and then just wean your way back in.
Or
Be part of
just
the community.
use your
your
own
picture.
picture.
No, but
I
to
have
be
a
honest,
trigger
though,
warning on there because
it's
sometimes
different, man.
people don't use their pictures because they are fleeing from domestic violence. I think.
Yeah, there's different reasons why people don't
Yeah,
put
yeah,
stuff up.
yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough,
Yeah,
fair
yeah,
enough, fair
yeah,
enough.
yeah.
But big up Shayla, man. I like Shayla.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I like Shayla too.
So she's good vibes. And like I said, she's not dead. We took her as she's the past tense. But she is a valued member of the community. So Shayla, when you're ready, come home, girl.
The question though, question. Just I'm gonna throw it into the mix, right?
Of course.
If she wasn't wavy, do you think this would have been an issue? Do you think all the girls would be on her like how they were?
No.
Are you asking me to be truthful? Yes. I think some of the women, I'm not going to say who, but if the shoe fits Cinderella, it's time to start lacing them up. I think some of them have the spirit of hateration.
Jealousy, envy,
jealousy,
DJ
Are you
in the
saying
dancery?
some of the women didn't
I'm
like
saying,
the fact that
yes, she
this
got that much
beautiful girl was
attention.
getting so much attention?
Yes, and that's why they're so quick and burning and dying
To get her out of
for
there.
this expose and for her to get out of here. I want Shayla back personally.
Facts.
So there's that.
How's she say?
I'll swap some of the up.
That's Tracy using that
damn
picture.
What, is Tracy using the same picture?
yeah, I got excited.
Yeah, so I do believe there is that. Because all the boys, I was like, morning Shayla, morning Shayla.
It was a lot, wasn't it?
And some of them were just like, why don't I get good morning?
Yeah.
So when, the house started to burn, they casually walked past and just lit a quick match of 5 and threw it in there quickly. So I believe that 100%.
And even one of the women in the chat, Mina, she says, look, it's definitely because she was the best looking in the chat.
She is not the best looking in the chat.
Okay.
Even that young lady who said that.
All right.
He's saying people with glass houses shouldn't throw stones. Is that what you're saying?
No, she's wavy.
Oh.
So you're saying Mina is basically...
Mina's baby as well, yeah. But she is a pretty girl. We've got a lot of pretty girls in this situation.
Plenty.
Obviously, some people... Because the thing is with Shayla, I don't feel like even Shayla was doing all of this stuff for attention. I feel like she was just being herself. It's like, so behind Joanna Keaton, whoever the person is,
Janika,
thank you very much. It's a nice person.
but that's the...
Shayla, is that you, baby? Because I'm rooting for you.
The thing is, catfishing is wrong. You shouldn't take someone's identity.
Absolutely not.
But she's a bad catfish because why did you go for that picture?
Because how would we have found it though?
Yeah, but she's got almost 1 million followers.
Yeah, she's got almost 1 million followers.
And look how long it took these people to get into it.
Yeah,
We've known this.
No, because-
Can we just
Wait,
deep
who is that?
Can we just deep this?
1 second, caller.
Do you know
So
how
1 second
long
for
it
that.
is that we've known?
Well, we've sat on this.
What do you think?
Wait, can I just say as well, Shayla, I know you listen to this. We were on your side.
100%. That's why I gave it a spanner.
We've been there.
Entertainment.
And we were not gonna
TV is
act like she's good
entertainment.
vibes.
Exactly, and I always just teased it.
We
I always
just finished Pix Week.
Oh, right,
We had people complaining.
I broached
complaining.
I
I
broached
don't
the
want to
issue.
do my identity. We're saying no. It gingers community.
It does.
No, it doesn't. So
say
safeguarded. So I'm like,
I broached the issue with you from like day one.
I'm gonna give her a spanner.
You know what? And this is what I say. It shouldn't even matter. You just shouldn't try and vilify someone like that. I've known personally from her the first message she sent in the chat.
Yeah.
I made everybody aware.
No, you didn't make everybody aware.
You lot.
You know, you said it. Don't go on as though you knew before I did.
First of all, there's a caller. Good morning, caller.
Sorry.
Because this one,
What, you don't think I did?
everyone wants to
There
try
was
people
at no
knowing
point I thought
first.
that's who that was.
Yeah, but what you were saying is that you knew before everybody else.
Sorry,
yeah?
Stacey, 1 second, babes.
No, I'm saying I brought it to your attention.
You
I'm sure I did.
mentioned it. Yeah, you brought. And then what did I say afterwards? What did I say? What I told you?
Yeah.
I said, of course she is.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Sorry.
Morning, is it Stacey?
No, it's not.
Oaks, my bad.
No, Miss Mariah.
Morning, Mariah. Babes, how are you?
Hi guys.
Hey.
How are you? hon?
First of all, I love Shayla.
She's the
Yeah,
best.
Shayla.
Whoever in the account. I do, because I really genuinely feel like I don't know her reasoning behind the whole profile thing, but I actually thought she was a really, really good person and a great contributor. So, you know, outside of the jokes and the banter, I think, as I said yesterday in the group, people need to remember there's a real human being behind the account. And we can laugh and make a joke, but I think we also need to be a little bit kind, because Shayla was really, really lovely. I don't think she's actually been nasty or anything to anybody in that, you know, in the community. And I think we can joke, but there's got to be a line. And I think sometimes yesterday people were crossing the line, and I didn't appreciate people insinuating that it might be Stacey or,
you know, even some of the things that came up about Tracy, I was just like a bit unnecessary in line of the conversation.
Yeah.
She got stressed for no reason.
Yeah. Unprovoked, man.
Yeah, I don't think that was really appropriate or needed.
There was no need for that.
Nah.
I hear you, Miss Mariah.
But I do think, you know, Shayla went too far. I think during Picture Week, she could have just come out to be who she is if she wanted to. And you know what? There's a part of me that also thinks it's not that deep because this is freaking YouTube. I think people are taking it too personal. It's YouTube.
And you know,
you know what I'm saying? People put up their pictures that are not them all the time. It was a bit too much because I had her on IG, so I genuinely thought that was her, and I had no reason to think otherwise. Nightfall did try to tell me, but again, it wasn't my place to dig or try to find out.
Wait.
He wanted to burn everything.
No, wait a minute. So Nightfall found out.
He was splendid.
Got emotional, wanted to burn everything down, started bitching to everybody else about it. But when you get on the phone, you're trying to do hard guy.
That's not...
No, girl, that was my word. So you ain't got to worry about that. Because his call really pissed me off.
He did try to open my eyes, but I was trying to be fair because I had no reason to believe otherwise, nor did I care enough to do the digging.
He was upset.
And I did say I didn't feel like it was a good thing to expose because she has done nothing or been mean or anything like that.
And this is exactly why we never said anything. Because it was harmless.
Yeah, so I think she was really, really harmless and she was really a nice girl. So I think we need to try to remember that whilst we're laughing and making jokes, this is part of something she enjoyed. And I don't think we should take that away from her. So I want her back. If she's listening,
I've invited her back.
Shayla, come back.
Hopefully you guys will know who she is when she comes back.
I want Shayla to come back, man, because obviously there's different reasons why people will not put their pictures up. And at the end of the day, you don't really have to put your picture up or whatever. If she was a catfish and she was bad vibes, then 100% get out of here. But she was a cat. Yeah. She just had someone else's picture up, but she was good vibes.
I'm confused. Everyone keeps saying they had her on Insta. Did they mean they had Jonita Keating or they had...
No, I had Shayla on Insta.
No,
same.
Story?
Shayla.
Oh, so she's got an account where she's taken Jonita's pictures.
It's the same picture.
And she's made just a one picture.
Yeah.
Just a one pic.
It's just a picture.
It's basically like a meme page.
You thought that person was behind the meme page.
No, but...
And I'll be honest with you, No, wait. I was going to say, because when Mariah said, I've got Shayla on me and she follows me on Instagram, and I thought, it's a meme page.
Yeah.
Like, okay, girl.
So, Gina, are you blocked?
It was a meme page, but the thing is,
Did she block you?
Yeah.
Wait,
yesterday?
Mariah,
she deleted the whole IG.
Oh, has she?
She deleted the whole IG.
She deleted it.
You are killing
Yeah,
her, man.
it doesn't
You
make
gotta be
sense.
nice,
Which
man.
one? You got her out of it, bro.
You gotta be nice, man.
Do you know why all this happened? I hate to say it. Because Nightfall got emotional. Nightfall got his heart broken and didn't know how to act. Now you've ruined everything.
But do you not know what I want to address here? The girls or the people that were doing our private group chats to do ranking, what kind of jobless activity is that?
I don't think that's true though. Because Tracy and Vibes have said it's not true. Or do we have...
I mean, I'm going off what... The intel that came into the group in Mighty yesterday.
Where did the intel come from?
The intel came from Ebony in Mighty yesterday.
I'm done, bro.
Brent said that under his breath.
How does Ebony know everything though?
I'll be honest with you, Ebony can't be trusted no more.
Ebony.
No, but my question
is... And Abby co-signed that they're trying to recruit her.
If she's not involved...
They're trying to recruit Ebony.
Yeah, Abby, they're trying to recruit Abby.
Abby didn't say that when she was on the phone.
Abby, Christy.
Ebony, you are wanted, please, call in.
I don't believe any of these things.
I want to know what the selection process was here for the group, for the Gossip Girls.
XOXO. Gossip Girl.
What was the selection process?
Wait. Okay, let's be for real now. Everyone stop. Wait. Who was in this group?
I'm intrigued to know who the top 5 in the ranking is.
Mariah, who's in the group?
Who was in the group?
I don't know. But I just thought it's so funny because in my mind, we're all on TDA to laugh and go, but people are taking this way too seriously.
This is headline shits and giggles, we come here for.
Ebony, call in.
So who was in the group? Who was in the group? Ebony?
So according from the grapevine, it was Good Vibes, Tracy, and Shayla.
So where's Ebony in it? Was she recruited?
Ebony tried to they tried to recruit Ebony basically, and she was a whistleblower.
So Ebony was a whistleblower.
That must be, because how else would she have if it's just them 3 girls in the group? How would she have the information about it?
plot thickens.
I just want to know who was in charge of picking the people for the group and the ranking, and how was it being ranked? Like, how are y'all even seeing people's pictures on this thing?
That's what I'm saying. How can you rank from just these one pictures?
Abby said she's calling back to
thank you very much.
Defend herself.
All right, thanks, Mariah.
Ebony said she's
All right, guys, bye.
Bye. Ebony says she's taking all the bullets.
The thing that's killing me is
you did that shit.
She don't want to call in. She don't want to call in.
Because you know what? There's certain things. Because look how quickly Tracy called up, and who was it? Vibes called up when we're lying. There was dirt on their name. Yeah. They said nope. Ebony said, "Well, I'll take the bullets." All right. I said, I'll take one for the team.
Guilty as charged.
Girl, you did that shit. Guilty as fuck, bruv. All right. Gosh. This show is a mess today.
Christy, if you were in that group, I'll be ashamed of you still. So you better.
Yeah, Christy, you're better than that.
Can you hear me?
You're a guest host, Christy.
Abby, so was you in the group, Abby?
Give us the tea, please, because I'm tired.
No, I didn't literally clear my name on this chat thing because what happened was, I think it was last Friday or the one before, we were obviously kicking in the chat and whatever, and then next thing you know, Shayla created a private chat between me, her, and Tracy on the community saying, in case we need to say anything in private. And we all laughed, said a few things saying, you know, I was asking Tracy, where was she been in the chat for a long time? She answered, and that was it. There was nothing else that was said. Then yesterday, obviously, Tracy put the message in the group saying, how do we delete that? I think she deleted her account and the chat went away, but absolutely nothing said in the chat.
So who's in control? Who's in charge of recruitment? You?
No, Shayla.
Did you say recruitment?
Did you approach anyone? Did you approach anyone to join the group?
No. I was talking in the TJ chat as normal as we do on the normal day, and out of nowhere she said, she just created the chat between me, Tracy, and her. There was nothing said in our chat at all, about nothing, about no one, and we just left it. And then obviously today, when I checked the chat, it had disappeared. So I don't know what's going on.
So who approached Ebony and Christy?
Oh, I don't know about Ebony and Christy, to be honest. I've heard yesterday on the general population chat that there was a separate chat between Tracy and Shayla and Good Vibes about rating guys. That was...
One second, I'm confused. You've got a chat with Tracy and Shayla.
Yeah, so she created different chat with people clearly.
Okay, so you're not in the chat with Good Vibes. That's a different chat.
So Shayla must create a different chat to different people.
Oh, because you got to create separation. I understand that. No, trust me, because too much information sharing is crazy. She's got to create the separation. That is actually smart.
Why was in case we needed to say something private? Like, why would we need to say something when?
How come Tracy's in both the groups?
Also, who's Professor? It's Good Vibes?
Yeah, that's Vibes.
Good Vibes.
Why are they beefing? Tracy and her in the chat.
Oh, they're beefing now?
Yeah, they're beefing.
Do you know what? I'm tired now. Thank you, Abby babes.
And again.
See you later, baby. Bye. Y'all have done the impossible. You've made me uninterested in tea.
Oh, man.
I'm glad you have that vibe now, right? Because they've been begging for us to talk about this.
Yeah.
Begging.
Dying for
since 11? Apparently it was 11 yesterday.
No, it was before because it was... Remember they were talking about in the chat when you guys were filming yesterday. So it's been since before the morning. And when the show ended, clearly they then had a no league council situation going on.
Yes, the most activity that...
Oh, so this chat that was happening between night and morning, that was between those three?
No.
Who was in that chat?
Everybody in the community.
No, this was yesterday during the show's chat.
It wasn't everybody. Don't throw everybody under the bus. Don't do
Not
that.
everybody. That's true.
Morning, who are we speaking to now?
Morning. So sorry, guys. It's Good Vibes again.
Morning, Vibes.
So you see yesterday's show, I didn't get to watch it at all because I've been unwell and I had stuff to do.
Oh, I hope you feel
so
better.
it's like, oh, thank you so much. I'm getting there. So it's like I literally woke up, Esther, at the moment where you were talking about everyone should we should do this again. Do you get it?
Yeah.
So everyone just kind of went left with me. So I'm like, what's up? I'm busy. So I'm now actually understanding more. Are you guys basically saying that like right now we don't actually know what Shayla looks like because Shayla has used this other person's account? Is that what basically you guys are saying? Yeah.
So basically she's been catfishing Janika Keating. Well, not catfishing. She's been using Janika Keating as her. Yeah. So that picture is not who Shayla is. We don't even know, you know. Maybe Janika Keating.
Oh,
it's
Shayla. BFFR. Also,
I misunderstood.
Sorry. How is that wild?
I'm
so sorry, Vibesy.
It's not a shout.
It is because maybe again she just didn't want to use her real name. And so she used a different name of a picture.
Yeah, that's what I
So do you
thought.
think
Janika Keating has a meme page?
Why would
well,
she?
Yeah?
Also, do you think Shayla's voice matches Janika Keating?
Have you heard Janika Keating's voice?
I've heard Shayla's voice.
So I want to clarify.
Yeah, but you haven't
I've
heard
not
Janika
heard
Keating's voice.
I know. I've heard Shayla's voice. I'm
Yeah,
saying,
but you can't say that because a lot of people's voices don't match how they look.
no, I'm asking you, do you think it matches?
Of course it does, because you got an American accent from America. It matches for me.
Mark, do you think it matches?
Yeah, I think so.
Do you think, Ebro, do you think it matches?
You know, no, because I don't know what she sounds like.
I don't know what Janika sounds like. What I'm trying to say is he's saying the voice of Shayla doesn't match up the picture.
But how can you do that? Because you don't know what Janika sounds like.
I don't need to know what Janika sounds like. I know what she looks like. That's the comparison I'm making.
Not everyone that looks attractive has an attractive voice.
No, it's not about being attractive.
No, but because what are you saying then?
I'm saying the voice doesn't sound like it's coming from that. I know what I'm saying. That voice doesn't sound like it's coming from that body. I'm standing by it.
Okay, I don't want to be involved.
Sorry, Vibesy, carry on. Sorry.
It's okay. No, I get what Yousaf's trying to say. I don't agree. I'm on your side to this. And I don't even want to be on the line when you're used to insinuating such silly things.
I'm not insinuating nothing to do with aesthetics. I'm saying the voice, to me, doesn't match the aesthetic. You guys can read it however you want to read it. I don't care.
I want to just flee from the line very quickly. So now I further understand the level of catfishing we're talking about here, because the person that I'm saying is in the chat, they're not doing deep catfishing. They're just doing, I don't want to be known as my big personality over here. So now so basically to clarify, me and Tracy may not even find our Gilly again, because you guys have made her delete all her pages. Is that what I'm understanding? Okay, cool. And afterwards, another one on top is to understand that, no, I really want to confirm. I don't care, not to be really like, you know how Chinese whispers happens, yeah? Like you tell somebody something, then it gets a bit twisted, Yeah. We I think that's what's happening with the case. So I don't blame Ebony necessarily for this. And I think Ebony might know everything because like probably talks to everyone, innit? Like normal. And that's my point, guys. To start off with, me, Shayla and Tracy had a normal something. I mean, it wasn't anything deep like that. So much so that more was going on in the chat than was in our chat. Like it wasn't that deep. So I really want to clarify that no grown woman, neither me nor Tracy nor this fake Shayla, whoever she may be, took the time to start doing out rating scale. When the guys would give her flirtation, people had some convo about it, and that's it, and we move. I promise you, I really want to clear my name.
Why are you beefing Tracy then?
Are
you beefing Tracy then?
Oh, my last point was that, yes, unless I hear Tracy's voice today, I'm beefing Tracy, and that means she's doing the AI.
Tracy called in. Where was you? Tracy phoned up.
I know she called in, but it doesn't count. She just called my phone because where's our chat gone? How can I sign into the community chat? I'm half joking. How can I sign into the community, guys? And I'm waking up and I'm understanding what's happening. I don't see me, Shayla, and Tracy's chat gone.
Yeah, because Shayla's gone. Because Shayla's gone. The chat deletes, babes.
But so's Tracy gone too. Why is Tracy gone from the community? That's weird. What behavior is that?
Oh,
strange. Yeah,
fair enough.
So she's not that. Yeah. I'm joking. But I'm only half joking. But I know Tracy's the real person. But I just want to understand, like, how am I ever going to find who Shayla ever was? And I think Brent specifically, is bad mind for holding on to that information for as long as he did.
No, he's not.
When I was hailing up Taylor and saying she should get a spanner, he could have told me a little
No, but that's the thing. Do you know what? I'll be honest with you guys. So
precisely, you guys were begging me to do stuff, and I'm thinking, look at y'all. If all of y'all knew,
I don't want anyone
free Reggie the other day.
Yeah.
Now you guys are vilifying Reggie. Yesterday in the chat, they were saying
anyone who's being publicly vilified.
They started getting onto Reggie, and you were screaming free Reggie.
Yeah.
These guys are.
Can I say that? Basically, no one can say that we are out of order for not telling Yousaf because it makes no difference to any of you guys. What it is is that What it is that Shayla has always been good vibes since the moment she came in here.
And we like
some of you. I've seen your real pictures. Damn, I wish you were catfish because you are bad vibes. Bad vibes. So sis has been good vibes since the beginning. So there was never any reason for us to do that for her. Obviously, we don't know why it is she uses someone else's picture or whatever it is. But she's a valued member of the community. So there's no reason for anyone to ever be told this.
I'm sad that there's no way she can come back now.
No, she will come back. I hope she does.
I really hope so. So what I meant was when you guys first started giving out the Spanish, I literally was writing hard for Shayla. I was like, Brent, no, it's not right. Shayla needs it because she always comes in. So I feel like, honestly, I'm the kind of person, if Brent had written a little to me, I would have just thought, okay, something right.
I wasn't part of that.
You said, and I wouldn't be thinking I'm doing a relationship with someone. I wouldn't have exposed her. Was that?
I didn't get the code. I would have never said,
It doesn't matter whether your own personal version of that is.
Brent,
A little bit, a little something. Do you know what I mean?
No, Brent never did that.
Listen to everybody. I really can't because they asked for Sheila to get the spanner. I give her the spanner. Now they're like, oh my goodness, Brent give her a spanner. Yeah. I can't. So from now on, I am not listening to anybody. Don't even at me.
You shouldn't listen. You should have been on Marx's wave. You would never give me a spanner.
Understand my mindset, yeah?
Yeah.
I'm feeling a bit selfish because I would have liked to have known somebody that I'm building a relationship with in the community itself. Is that me finding out someone like Ebony or Proverbs is basically not a real person? I would have liked to know just so that, okay, I don't carry on talking to them bare outside of the basic DJ chat. Do you get it? I would just say, that's it. But other than that, I wouldn't have exposed. I didn't really like how open it was. And I don't know how I'm going to find my Shayla back. Hashtag bring back Shayla.
Hashtag bring back Shayla.
Thank you. You're back to my good books. I've seen you in the community. You're a real human being. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you, babes.
I've found people bamboozled the most. The man shouldn't have come to me finding girl in the chat. That's what I'm trying to say. It's the girls that have been abused.
Yeah, and that's the thing, you know. Like, niggas talk more than bitches these days.
Sorry, say that part, Esther. But I'll leave you guys to it. But I just woke up this morning so confused. I was like, whoa, what is happening? How am I going to put into it? Like, yeah. So I understand Janika girl is not even Shayla. So there's no point in me and Tracy going to find Janika because that's a stranger to us, right? Like, I get it.
I hear you. Thank you, babes.
Thank you for teaching me something new on today. Bye, guys.
See you later, girl. Because all of this happened just because Nightfall got his little feelings hurt. Should have let the girl have a good time. Do you get me? This is just...
She said little feelings. And I...
Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay.
Good morning.
Is it Stacey?
Yeah.
Good, Stacey. Come on. Because I was going to message you yesterday, like, girl.
What?
Morning, Stacey. How are you today?
First of all, y'all wrong because I haven't slept. So let's start there. My sleep schedule is very much being violated. But I'm here.
No, you're whispering.
Yeah, you took a bit
Look,
louder.
she's annoyed. They put dirt on her name. She's trying to be calm.
Yeah. I haven't slept, so my voice is depleting.
Not depleting.
Let's start there. I got up in the morning, went to the gym, and when I got back from the gym, I have these notifications from the community. I'm like, I don't understand where this is coming from. So initially, I thought somebody was catfishing Shayla. I didn't realize until I watched the episode back and read the comments that no, Shayla was the one using someone else's photo. So I'm like, But the way it came to me, because Ebony had tagged me and was like, oh, what do you call it? You dropped the ball as the U.S. correspondent. Is it you? I'm like, oh,
Ebony.
What's going on?
Where did she message you this?
She said it in the general pop community page. So this was public. So it wasn't even a private message. I'm thinking, girl, what are you talking about? Like, so I asked, I'm like, can somebody please clarify what is going on here? And she was like, something about, what you call it? I think it was Miss Mariah who clarified. No, today in in the episode.
Yeah, we can't hear you, you know.
You can't hear me? Can you hear me now?
Better, yeah.
Yeah, I was. What part did I leave off on?
No, you can continue. You said that Ebony basically
I was saying,
added you and said that you dropped the ball.
Yeah, she was like, oh, what do you call it? Is it you dropped the ball as the U.S. correspondent? I'm like, okay. Don't know what you're talking about, but what is going on here that's making you have this vim? So then Miss Mariah had clarified. She was like, oh yeah, today in the episode, we found out that Shayla is a catfish, and I'm confused because she swiped up on my story the past 2 days, and it's not even just about her Instagram page. She also posts on her story, like the way a normal person will post on their page. She posts on her story. So I'm like, I have no reason to believe that this person's not real. Nonetheless, we see Jonica Keating, and I'm like, oh wow, this is interesting. But by that time, I had already posted, y'all, I'm a real person. Please be so for real. So I'm confused. And then Brett, you come with this narrative this morning. I'm offended because where did all this come from?
What about you possibly being Shayla?
Yeah.
Oh, that was Ebony, baby. That was not
colorism.
That was Ebony on X yesterday. Who said that?
Where did the colorism come from?
Girl, you might have to message her about that. That was all her.
That's what I'm asking. Is it
No
from
help.
Ebony? Because I'm confused.
Yeah, well, she's the one who threw the narrative in there yesterday that you could possibly have been Shayla, and I guess for reasons of beauty and such. I don't know.
Girl, you don't even have a profile photo up. Anyway, next caller.
Shayla?
No, Ebony.
That's
wait. No, let's not.
That's what she's talking about.
No, let's not get. We don't want bad vibes. We don't want to.
I'm not trying to be bad vibes, but like, don't
send any
do
shots.
that. Like,
Don't send any shots.
Ebony sent the
I'm
first
not
shot.
sending shots, but like,
Don't send any shots, please.
Don't do that. Like, sorry, but like, don't do that.
Yeah,
Like, no. You know. Anywho, everybody should just, we all had a kiki. I understand the riffraff because I was thrown off. She literally swipes on my story all the time. I'm really thinking it's a whole person. Like, but you know what? If she comes back, we'll welcome her. But she's gonna have to really do some serious rebranding.
Amen.
Oh, sorry. When she comes back, just do some rebranding, but like tip us off that it's you. We'll welcome you. It ain't no smoke.
The way people have moved, they don't deserve to know when she comes back, man. She needs to come as a new character, whatever she does. They don't even. They haven't created a safe space enough for her to come back and feel comfortable to tell them that, hey guys, this is me. You know what I mean?
I think if she comes up with a little jokey joke, we'll all laugh and we'll have a good time and move on.
I hope so.
Truly. Truly. But anyway, I'm not a catfish, y'all. I'm very much a real person.
Love that for you, sis.
Yeah. Toodles.
All right, bye.
Bye.
I've been turning the phone off.
I think we need to work a space to work something to get Shayla back. You get me?
Yeah, because I'll be honest, the girl's good vibes, man. I didn't want her to go. I never wanted her secrets to come out. I never wanted it to blow up. And I think the way it's blown up as well. Like, I don't like the circumstances in which it's blown up. Someone's upset. Because I feel like I personally feel like that's out of order, man. We knew in this room, we kept it to ourselves, didn't put it out in the chat, anything like that. And then you want a relationship, couldn't get one. Now you told everybody. Now you
to be honest, though,
I think it's out of order, man.
If you wanted her to come back, all this shouldn't happen.
Hello.
Shouldn't have.
Hello, morning. Who are we speaking to, please?
Who was asking for it?
No,
hi, sorry, it's Rebecca. Hopefully this will be the last call on this phone.
I didn't want to talk about this.
Sorry, Rebecca's on the phone. Hi, Rebecca.
Hi. This is just I just know Shayla is watching. I feel like she is, but she's probably not commenting. Shayla, babes, come back. I hope she's taken all of this like in lightheartedness. Like we're just in and joking, or some of us are maybe taking it a little bit too much, but it's literally just jokes. If you're AI, I'm shocked. I've been duped. But like some of the guys have been like saying the girls have been like, oh, we were the ones, making it hard for them to point her out or whatever the case is. But like you guys have said, she's been such good vibes. I kind of clocked a bit that she was probably catfished because some of the pixels weren't quite 4K, and then when she changed it looked a bit like a animation. So, but at the same time, she's a really nice person, so there's no need to kind of have any sort of vitriol or negative vibes towards the babe. She seems, or guy or whoever it is, whoever they are seem nice. So I think this should be also a lesson to the guys. Don't be talking and flirting and getting horny for an AI that can squirt or whatever it is that she said she could do.
What?
Gather yourselves.
What is it? Is that what happened, Rebecca?
When she said she could squirt, that's when the man was invested. I think that's when it all started.
That's
when it all started.
Do you guys not remember when Margs was like,
if you could squirt,
Margs
put
was
one.
like, if you can squirt, put one in the thing. Shayla put one, and
then man just started DMing her.
Serious? She put one.
Yeah,
this is making it worse. This is making it worse.
Trying to see the pixels.
That was the beginning of the end. That's when the man.
Yeah, he was always gonna fail.
That's when they started checking flight prices. Oh.
Yeah, no.
Big up Shayla.
Hopefully, Shayla, if you're watching this is literally just in jest. We're joking. Most of us are joking. You're good. It seems like you're a good person. Don't let whatever it is, your appearance or whatever is holding you back. Just come back. Even if it's another catfish, make another NPC. I swear it will be good vibes regardless.
Yeah, for real,
That's
man.
too funny, man.
Thank you very much, Rebecca.
All right, bye guys.
One is
Thank
the
you.
funniest thing I ever heard.
Oh yeah.
Put one is hilarious. Anyway,
I should have took screenshots because a few people put one in.
Is it?
Yeah, there was a few
These
ones
that were
in the group.
auditioning. Oh, you down bad.
But I forgot. I can't even remember.
Down bad.
Hold on, they said put one if you squirt.
Yeah.
Are people?
Oh, was this when we had
when the squirt doctor was on?
Oh, when Habib was on.
Squirt doctor?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. At least,
remember, I asked them and they.
At least there was context. Because if it was just random, like.
No. There's always context on this show. But
that makes sense then.
Yeah, I didn't screenshot. I can't remember.
Yeah, but even to participate.
Nightfall must remember who put one.
Of course he does. he talked to them all. He's got a screenshot.
No, there was a lot of ones though.
Anyway, it's all in good jest, man. Big up everyone in the community. You appreciate it. I think we're done with this.
Yep.
I'm very much done. Let's get into our next headline, sorry. The meeting, innit?
I could jump on a Zoom with you guys this weekend. If it suits.
Wow, now what time do you have to leave?
12. We can
We'll
speed
see
through.
yeah,
Let's speed through.
All right. So our next headline.
11:30.
Suella Braverman
Can't help you there.
is back in the news, and she's planning to impose strict vetting on diversity training courses for Home Office staff after criticisms from right-leaning media that the department has given into woke culture. So leaked documents show that the Home Office has drawn up plans to halt courses that are deemed to promote policies contrary to those of the government. This is including critical race theory. So instead, senior managers will be given powers to decide whether diversity and inclusion courses are compulsory, voluntary, can be attended within work time, or must be attended outside of work time. Whitehall insiders are concerned that the proposals fly in the face of pledges made after the Windrush scandal to boost diversity and inclusion training for the department's 35,000 staff. They also believe that the proposals follow days of critical headlines about the Home Office being in hock to progressive politics. The proposals are contained within draft documents entitled Home Office Guidance, Ways of Working for Delivering Diversity and Inclusion Learning, which were distributed among staff in late August. And basically, in those proposals, they suggest that diversity and inclusion training should in future be signed off by a senior civil servant and a director general who will assess whether it contributes towards supporting Home Office priorities of reducing crime, strengthening homeland security, legal migration and the border, and tackling illegal migration. Next headline, trigger warning here, and this is a bit of an update of what's going on in Libya. Basically, the Attorney General has been asked by senior politicians to launch an urgent inquiry into the catastrophic floods that have killed tens of thousands of people, including into allegations that local officials imposed a curfew on the night that Storm Daniel struck. The Libyan Red Crescent put the death toll at more than 11,000 people, with nearly 20,000 still missing, which is the highest estimate yet from an official source. It said that almost 2,000 bodies were swept into the sea by the floods. Very sad, man. And the next headline takes us to Burkina Faso, where apparently a quarter of the schools are now closed in Burkina Faso after a sharp rise in fighting between militants and the government, according to a new report that warns of a looming education crisis in the region. The number of schools closed in the country rose by almost a third over the past year to 6,149, affecting close to 1 million students. Burkina Faso, described as experiencing the world's most neglected crisis, has suffered years of violence, which has increased since the coup last year. The new military government launched an offensive against militant groups that has seen allegations of human rights abuses on all sides. According to John Agbo, which is Burkina Faso's country director for the UN's Children Legacy, UNICEF, he said that having such a large number of children out of school because of insecurity risks the future of Burkina Faso's next generation. Children out of school are more likely to be forced to work, to be recruited into armed groups, or to be victims of sexual abuse and exploitation, gender-based violence, or even early marriage. The report, launched on Wednesday by the Norwegian Refugee Council, the NRC, and UN agencies, said that Burkina Faso now accounted for almost half of the 13,200 schools closed because of insecurity in Central and West Africa over the past 4 years. And that's it for the headlines. It's time to pay the bills.
Lovely. Let's get into some word on road. Today, hold on, sorry. What's the first thing? All right, so Coi Leray basically wasn't invited to the VMAs, which I thought was a bit I don't know, everyone was there. I mean, I keep seeing Tiffany Haddish at all these events, and I guess she's been forgiven. Was it too fair? I mean, she said she didn't do anything in regards to that other case. But basically, yeah, Coi Leray was not invited to the VMAs, and allegedly, I say allegedly because I haven't been able to find this quote or anything anywhere, but there was a publisher or a blog page that posted that she said, after all the trends I've set, a bitch can't even get invited to the show, F y'all. I don't know, but I feel like all the other girls was there, so I don't know why she wasn't. But she did get a lovely bouquet of flowers from Beyonce, and it says, "I'm a fan of yours, and I love watching you grow. You're a very talented young lady. Love, Beyonce." And obviously she put that on her Instagram and said, "The Queen has spoken." Yada yada. She said, "Yeah, the Queen has spoken. Thank you for inspiring all of us, not only with music, but just how you carry yourself with such grace." At Beyonce, thank you, thank you, thank you. So yeah, big up that. What else is there? Ariana Grande had a thing. This was very positive and very, very sweet to see. But basically, obviously, she gets a lot of heat for her relationships and whatnot. But basically, she was doing her makeup on camera, and she's talking about how she used to get a lot of Botox and fillers and stuff to basically hide who she was. And she's glad that she's in a place now where she isn't doing that, and she feels she's just being fully transparent, and it's just, yeah, like she's just glad she's come a long way where now this is what she can be herself and all that kind of stuff. And so she's embracing all the lines on her face and all that kind of stuff. She said, obviously, in 10 years' time, I'm not saying I wouldn't want, like, if I want to get a facelift, I wouldn't. But for now, she's enjoying the fact that she's herself, free, and just how she is, which I think is a really, really positive message, because obviously we're in that world. Beauty is such a big thing, and looking perfect and being perfect, and a lot of them aren't. That's why the pictures are like heavily edited and all that kind of stuff. So I think it was a really good message to put out there. And she's got a young audience as well, so hopefully that inspires the girls, especially with all this filler and Botox trend. It needs to stop, man. It needs to stop. Jonathan Major's out here being Superman on the streets.
That video is so funny.
He's been Superman on the streets. So there was two teenage girls that were fighting, and Jonathan Majors saw them and helped to break up the fight. And then speaking to TMZ later on, he said he was just just trying to be a helpful guy, and that he didn't know the girls at all. His PR team at work, it just looks very funny.
It looked like staged.
It looked like
the camera's right in the middle. He's looking at the camera. It's just, yeah, it wasn't given authentic.
It looks like a skit, man. And obviously, you know, it would do him, I guess, you know, get him back in the public's good books. But yeah, I think his court case is coming up or something like that anyway, but that's still ongoing. And then last for me, very quickly today, Caitlyn Jenner. Caitlyn Jenner, who was married to Kris Jenner, formerly known as Bruce Jenner, has a docu-series with Sky. It's a 3-part docu-series, and it's called House of Kardashian. And is spilling tea on people's business that nobody asked. Basically talking about how essentially saying that in the snippet, in the trailer that's come out, that Kim Kardashian's fame, celebrity status, her life essentially was planned from inception. So all of this was planned. The sex tape, blah, blah, was all planned. To be honest, Caitlyn is not telling us anything we don't know. That we've been knowing this. Ray J's told us. Ray J showed us a contract. Ray J showed us all the receipts. It is what it is. But yeah, will I be watching it? Absolutely not. I've got better things to do my time. But yeah, if you're interested, it's coming out in October. It's a 3-part docu-series with Sky. It's called House of Kardashian, and essentially it's to talk about Kris Jenner and all of that empire of the Kardashians. You're not even a Kardashian. Why are you talking about them? Anyway, that's it for me. Very quick, light, breezy. Let's get into People's Journal.
All right, people, welcome to the People's Journal, where I give you the news from an economics point of view. Brent, I've got a clip that I want you to put up, if you don't mind. Mm-hmm. It's the point number 3. I'll tell you when to basically put it up. But basically, the first thing I wanted to mention was about Rishi Sunak. So he's come out and basically said that he's acutely aware of the particular threat to our open and democratic way of life, basically posed by China's communist regime, right? So apparently there was this damning report on the UK's China strategy by Parliament's Intelligence and Security Committee. So basically, you know how every now and again, even the conspiracy theorists, a lot of them believe that certain countries have got a certain plan or strategy over the next 5, 10, 20 years, 50 years even, to overtake maybe another country or to kind of facilitate the further expansion and things of that nature. So this particular damning report has come out, and the Prime Minister's basically responded to that. So he also said that ministers are going to be taking all necessary steps to protect the country, the UK, from foreign state activity. And so people were basically talking about this whole debate between should the UK even see China as a threat? You know what I'm saying? In terms of the distance, in terms of economic power, in terms of the economic status currently, and how the future is going. Are they really on the same type of level? So, Brent, if you don't mind, can you play the clip here?
What the dressing down he gives this man.
Exactly, you know what I'm saying? So, it really made, you know what I'm saying, that it kind of ties into what we were talking about the other day. Like, why are we still here? You know what I'm saying? Is the UK...
Are you a threat? How would you regard your relationship with Britain? First of all, between China and Britain, from the Chinese perspective, Britain is not a rival, is not a competitor, it is not an enemy, it's not an adversary. Britain is just an important country to get along with in peace and in friendship and for mutual benefit. Now, how Britain looks at China, it's up to the British government and people to decide. But I think it would be completely misguided for Britain to view China as an enemy or adversary or a competitor. What do China and Britain compete with? China is the largest manufacturer of automobiles. Competing with Britain? No. China is the largest exporter of EV cars and will lead the whole world in EV production. Is Britain a competitor? No. China will be the biggest and most important producer and R&D in terms of semiconductor in no time. Does that mean that China competes with Britain? No. China will be the leading nation in AI revolution. Is Britain a competitor? No. So I think British government should not overestimate its impact on the global scene and view Britain as a rival of China. China is not. China is a fact. China is a megatrend for Britain to live with and get along with. Let's make peace rather than agitating for war. Are you a competitor?
Yeah. I don't know. Do you guys feel like he has a point?
Yeah, of course he's got a point.
Read them for filth. I'm here for it.
He basically said China are doing their thing. I don't get why you said
we ain't worried about you.
Yeah, literally.
He said China is a fact. China is a megatrend. What are you guys?
They're still just living off their past, isn't it? The status in the world is changed.
Yep, 100%.
The UK is not. It doesn't mean what it once meant. So
yeah, and for some reason, all the Tories. Well, I shouldn't say all the Tories, but he's facing some calls, Sunak, right, from some Tories to officially classify China as a threat. That's what they're saying, man. He's resisted taking that step, right? Instead, he's been kind of, bigging up China and basically saying this is just a systemic challenge and things of that nature. It's just normal, right? But obviously, people are saying, look, you need to relax and understand what China is really in the grand scheme of things. Even what's his name, Sir Keir Starmer, he cited the ISC report and basically accused the Prime Minister of failing to heed the warnings about China as well. Obviously, he's going to kind of say anything against Sunak, innit? You know what I'm saying, to appear like he's doing something. But yeah, he was basically calling for an audit of the UK-China relations as well, man. So that's what's happening right now. Also, next thing I wanted to mention is Tesco and Sainsbury's. I know I've mentioned this in the room before over the past year or so, and you guys have pretty much always said these loyalty schemes like Tesco Club Cards and Nectar Points and all them things are kind of like a scam. You know what I'm saying? And basically, you know the watchdog, the consumer champion, Which, right? They've come out and basically said the customer loyalty schemes of Sainsbury's and Tesco are basically not all that they're cracked up to be, man. They're basically saying that the regular prices have been inflated. So it makes it look as though all the promotions, if you get the Nectar Points, if you get the what do you call it, the Tesco Club Card, all look better than they actually are. And they're basically saying this is just like dodgy tactics, right? But the retailers, Tesco and Sainsbury's, have come out and basically said, wait a minute, guys, you lot are not factoring in inflation. You know what I'm saying? If you factor in inflation, then those actual costs, like the actual price of these goods, are actually where they are. It's not us trying to do certain things, you know what I mean? And that's why it looks like that. That's what basically accounts for the disparity between the original normal prices and the actual loyalty card prices. Yeah. That's what they're saying, you know what I mean? Last couple of things. Gatwick Airport, apparently there's more than 40 flights have been cancelled. Or diverted. And this is just because there's a lack of staff. That's all, man. Pretty much lack of staff in the air traffic control at Gatwick Airport. The airport's apologised for any inconvenience calls and urged passengers to basically contact their airlines for information. So so I don't know if any TDA listeners have gone to Gatwick. Make sure you double check where you're going. Make sure your flight is still, you know what I mean? It's still in, in action and whatnot. Also, and the very last thing I wanted to mention is, apparently this is the biggest, this type of strike anyway, this type of strike that I'm about to mention in America is actually the biggest form that's happened in the country for a long time, pretty much. It's the first time in US history that this type of coordinated industrial action is taking place. And this is basically between the three of the major car producers. So there's a union of up to 150,000 members. The unions are United Auto Workers, and they're basically taking part in an action against GM, General Motors. So they basically do Chevrolets and Cadillacs and all that. It's also against Ford, and it's also against Stellantis. And Stellantis, they make Chrysler cars as well. So basically, there's a midnight deadline where they're basically going to negotiate a new collective bargaining agreement, right? And all that type of stuff. And yeah, man, because that deadline, nothing happened, there's going to be some strikes. Production is going to be stopped, man, at all of these free car makers. So yeah, man, what they're trying to say is that if the walkouts were to take place over weeks and months, the cost to the car makers could be in the billions. That's how damaging this could be, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, strikes are taking place in places in Missouri, in Ohio, and in Michigan, where the amount of people who are walking out is basically around 12,700 people. So yeah, it's going to be a big impact. And that's pretty much it for the People's Journal.
Nice. Let's get into some sis. What would you do?
Okay. Good morning, girls. Love the show. So I've got an opportunity to be flown out and looked after this December. And it's not something that I ever thought I'd actually consider, but I can't lie. It's subconsciously been gingering me for a few years now, hearing all the stories. Bear in mind, this would be a one and done thing. I'm not really interested in the connotations attached to it actually sticking on me. So even if I go, I want to be a ghost about it. Anyway, the dilemma is that I've just started seeing a really great guy, and last week he asked me if we could start taking things seriously. He's an amazing man of God and really respectful and ambitious. I see myself marrying him. I said I'd see how the end of the year goes and give him my answer first thing in the new year. Obviously, it's because I haven't made up my mind about the Ghana offer yet. My girls are really pushing me, and I can't lie, I think I'm leaning that way. What do you guys think, and do you have any advice that will help me keep this under wraps as if it never happened? I don't want to start my life and regret never ever being flown out. Thanks, girls, and I really love what y'all are doing with the new Black, and I look forward to supporting in any way I can.
Oh, I was so confused. Oh, so she's got an offer to get flown out, but she's also got an offer of a man who wants to take her seriously.
Yep.
Yeah.
Go with the man who wants to take her seriously and fly out together.
Okay.
Or go with, but you can still date the guy and then still have a nice December with your girls. It's still a girls' holiday.
No, but it's not with her girls. You're not getting it.
So she's getting flown out.
A man is flying her out to Ghana.
Yeah.
Not her friends. Her friends are encouraging her to go.
Oh, I'm not the one to speak on this. Because I'm choosing love in every scenario. So I can't have a guy who I see myself marrying and actually settling down with.
That's why she said she's told him, give me till January, because obviously, ultimately, she still wants to go.
I guess if you're saucy enough, you'll wait. So,
yeah.
I guess you kind of have your cake and eat it.
I mean, I'm not going to lie, yeah, men do it all the time, innit? They have their cake and eat it. So it's up to you what you want to do. And also, it's down to, like, how much you really like this guy. Because if it was me and I really liked the person, I'm not waiting till the new year to be taken seriously if that's what I want. And I'm gonna...
Because he's gonna clock, right?
And you getting... I don't know, like, you might get really disappointed and get flown out and realise that it's not what it's all cracked out to be.
The only time being flown out is exciting is if it's a guy you like.
Exactly. And you're saying it's a one and done thing, right? And let me be honest with you.
You will chop breakfast.
You're saying that you want to go and be ghost, yeah, but brother... The whole world is in that tiny ass country in that short space of time.
And the only company you're gonna have is the person that flew you out.
You're gonna get seen if you are going out. Like I highly doubt no one's gonna see you. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be honest, you're not really gonna enjoy it.
You're not.
If you've never been before, I don't know if you've been before, but you're not. You can't go to Ghana and do sneaky link in December over Christmas.
Then again,
it's not fun.
You don't sound like a serious person.
You're not gonna enjoy what Dirty December has to offer because you're only gonna be with that one person.
At all. Like that's so. I couldn't.
And also,
worse.
I hope you know and understand that with the way these lot work here, if they're flying you out over there, like your itinerary is their itinerary. They've paid for you to come there, so you can't decide I'm gonna go do my own thing. No. Nah. So just bear that in mind. Not that I've been flown out before. Just saying.
No, but people know though.
I've heard and I've spoken to people that have done it. So just bear all of these things in mind. Before you make a decision.
I don't know. You don't seem like a serious person to me. She doesn't seem like a serious person to me. Because I don't understand how this is
a dilemma.
I'm not going to belittle people's problems. First world problems and that. I'm not going to belittle it. But if this is actually a dilemma for you, maybe you should get flown out. Take the unserious option. Think about what it is you want. Do you want to settle down? Are you ready to settle down? If you're ready to settle down, then go with the man.
I do get her thing about wanting to just have an experience. You know how sometimes,
but being flown out is a risky experience to have.
You just want to have an experience, innit? Like you see how they say guys want to, before they settle down,
they want to get out of
they want to get out of their system. So I fully understand why she wants to get out of her system. The timing couldn't be any worse. But yeah, I don't know, man.
Do you know what is it? I feel like I get like
you've got time to decide.
Say for example, she was gonna link up with the guy that likes her. She wants to marry whatnot. He is against he doesn't believe in like girls' holidays or whatever, right? So this is one time to do a last hurrah. And she's going on a girls' trip. I can understand wanting to get that out of your system. This flown out situation is very different, you know.
Yeah, it's not. She's not going on a girls' trip.
And do you know what it is? If you're already questioning whether or not you want to do it, baby girl, they're not made for that lifestyle. Honestly, I'm going to be so real with you. I don't like to tell people what to do or whatnot, but I wouldn't get flown out. If you're already asking this question, you are not the right candidate to get flown out. You're not going to have a great time. You don't sound like someone that's going to have a great time.
I just think if you're trying to get flown out, Dirty December is not the time to do it. I'm going to be honest.
And can I say that you guys need to understand as well, people online are not honest about the way these things are set up.
But that's why I'm saying...
They're not honest. So wherever you think being flown out is, it's not that.
Is it just... And I guess what I want to understand is when she's talking about, I want to experience these stories that people talk about. What stories are they talking about?
Also, though,
I've been going Ghana since 2019.
Maybe she just wants to enjoy the fast life. Nice cars, blah,
But
blah.
Can I also be honest? I do understand because of the economic crisis.
The cost of living, cost of living.
And cost of living. I do understand why she wants to get flown out.
Can I say something as
well?
Do you know what is a
those ticket prices,
Can I say something, Gina, though? Would you agree with me that she doesn't like that serious guy anyway?
She doesn't, because this wouldn't be an option.
So maybe, get flown
out. I'm going to be honest, go.
I think, go, get flown out.
I don't think you like the guy. I don't think you like the guy as much as you think you do. I think you like the idea of him because he's God-fearing.
He's a nice guy.
And on paper,
I'll be honest,
this is the guy that you're meant to marry and he'll probably take care of you. But where your spirit is right now, you want to
Ghana.
shake your ass on a yacht.
Ghana. It's in Ghana. And you spell God with a small G. Go to Ghana. Go to Ghana. You don't like that guy that much. And you know me, I'm pro never settling. I don't care what the circumstances.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
So I don't think you like that guy that much. I think go and experience.
I'm gonna say do both. You told a man you're gonna link him in January to give him a decision. And he said he's agreed, right? Give him the decision in January.
That's it. When you get back,
you might go, and when you're there, have an epiphany and realize you don't even really like him like that. You've made your decision, and you got to experience what you wanted to experience. Do you get what I mean? And you don't have to tell him, or you can be honest. It's entirely up to you. But generally speaking, you're not actually doing anything wrong.
You're not. You're single. So, you're not doing anything. You're definitely not doing anything wrong.
I would say just do what you think.
If there was a guy who was wanting to settle down with me and I didn't like him like that, because I definitely wouldn't.
Or I had questions.
I jumped at the opportunity.
Yeah, then you're not on it.
Any guy that likes me, that I like, not just likes me, that I like, that wants to settle down with me, we're settling, baby. Tomorrow, let's go to the courthouse. If I'm having to question, that means I'm not really feeling like that. And if I have something where I've never experienced that before, I'm going for the experience. If this was me, this dilemma, I'm getting flued out. So have a great trip. If you see Gina, say hi.
Say hi, literally. If I see you, I want you to come up to me and be like, oh my gosh, I was the one that sent in the dilemma.
Yeah.
Please say hi and let's have a good old chinwag.
That's right.
What if she says to you, oh, I'm the girl that da 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 da.
Yeah.
I am planning on going back and marrying this guy.
Yeah.
Well,
go off.
I hope you're just as nicest.
Like you've done like I said, technically you're not really doing anything wrong. You're single, innit? You're dating, but my dear,
it is what it is. If he's willing to wait, then he's willing to wait. People have experiences and people live before they meet their partners, innit? So it is what it is. The game is the game, baby.
She's met him.
You got to charge it.
Some people have experiences whilst they've met their partner. When they shouldn't be having experiences, so should be all right. All the best, hun. Have fun, enjoy. Anybody else with dilemmas, the number is 075-6484-1073. If you want to email, our email address is tdasubmissions@thenewblack.com. Let's get into our last headlines for today.
All right, so on last headlines, President Joe Biden's son, Hunter, has been criminally charged with 3 counts of lying when buying a firearm after a proposed plea deal collapsed. So the indictment marks the first time the child of a sitting president has been criminally prosecuted. A planned plea bargain to resolve gun and tax-related charges that he faced abruptly fell apart in July. I think we spoke about that at the time. All 3 counts relating to Mr. Biden, who's 53, alleging lying on forms while buying a gun when he was a drug user. Prosecutors alleged that he falsely claimed that he was not an unlawful user of and addicted to any stimulant narcotic drug when he purchased a Cobra special revolver at a Delaware gun store in October 2018. At the time, Mr. Biden was a heavy user of crack cocaine. Under US federal laws, it is a crime to lie on such documentation or possess a firearm while a drug user. If convicted, he faces a maximum penalty of 25 years in prison. Right? This is according to the Justice Department. Actual sentences for federal crimes are usually less than the maximum possible penalties. It's still unclear when and where Mr. Biden's initial court appearance will take place. But his attorney, Abby Lowell, suggested the charges had been influenced by Republicans' improper and partisan interference in this process. He said that his client did not violate the law and that his brief possession of an unloaded gun was never a threat to public safety. Next headline takes us to the UAE, man, where police have seized 13 tons of amphetamine pills smuggled in furniture. So that's more than $1 billion worth of the drug known as Captagon, were found after officers were alerted to a suspicious-looking shipping container. A video showing Dubai police tearing open wooden panels and doors where 86 million pills were hidden. Dubbed the poor man's cocaine, this particular drug is reportedly one of the most popular drugs among youth in the Gulf. The police did not mention the suspected origin of the illegal shipment, but it is believed to be produced in high quantities in Syria. At the height of the country's civil war, armed groups supplied the drug to fighters, which is highly addictive and often laced with caffeine. This is obviously to boost their courage, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. Last headline takes us to Nigeria, man, the greatest country in the world, where a total system collapse caused widespread power cuts across Nigeria on Thursday. So early in the morning, levels of power generated in Africa's most populous country fell to 0 megawatts. Can you imagine? It's a joke. Connections were gradually restored throughout the day. Grid power supplies are often erratic in Nigeria, as we all know, located in West Africa, despite its role as a major oil and gas producer. Thursday's was the most serious outage for a year. Right, so the West African country's grid collapsed at least 4 times in 2022, which the authorities blamed on technical problems. A number of electricity distribution companies told its customers on Twitter that the most recent blackouts were a result of a total system collapse. The power minister said that a transmission line connecting 2 power plants in Niger State suffered an explosion after there was a fire, which then tripped the grid, basically. And that's pretty much it for the headlines.
It must be so noisy though.
Oh,
all the generators on.
The generators.
Oh, it must be so noisy.
Yeah. But yeah. Time to pay the bills.
Right, let's get into reaction, thank God.
Welcome to the reaction, people. We've only got one headline.
Look at God.
Huh?
Look at God.
We've only got one headline report, and this is about the Manchester United winger, Jadon Sancho, you get me, who is training away from the first team over squad discipline issues. So, Erik ten Hag wants Jadon Sancho to apologise for a social media post claiming to have been made a scapegoat for a long time before the winger is allowed to return to first-team training. United said on Thursday that Sancho is currently on a personal training programme pending a resolution of a squad discipline issue. Ten Hag is not prepared to back down and won't allow his authority to be challenged. He wants Sancho to apologise to him and the club. Sancho was left out of United's matchday squad for the trip to Arsenal on Sunday, September 3rd, with manager Ten Hag explaining afterwards that the decision was due to poor training performances. Later the same evening, the 23-year-old claimed he had been a scapegoat for a long time in a social media post and said Ten Hag's claims were completely untrue. Following the online outburst, Sancho was linked with a shock move to Saudi Arabia on loan, but ended up staying at Old Trafford amid planned talks between him and the coaching staff this week. The post was deleted on Tuesday, but only after it had been viewed more than 60 million times. There is some sympathy for Sancho within the United camp, but not for the way he has gone about things. Some players think Sancho has been training well since the summer and shouldn't be singled out for criticism, but no one thinks he should have challenged the manager in public. Thoughts on Sancho?
Obviously, we know how football works, isn't it? You can't really speak that freely and put out statements like that. So I get it from the club standpoint. But if he feels like Ten Hag is making him a scapegoat and not being truthful about what's going on, then maybe he has the right to say what he feels.
Yeah. Sling your rock, lad.
Oh, you're done with him?
Yeah, he needs to get out of there, man. He's done, man. Waste the space, waste the time, waste the money. He just wants to talk shit. He just wants to be in Kenneton, man. Him and Zelenskiy need to just go back to the block and just chill, man. He's full of shit. You know he's actually full of shit, innit?
No, from what you told me, from what I've heard as well, probably Ten Hag's grievances with him are valid.
There's bare things, obviously, like people saying that why would the manager go public? It's not in good taste or whatever. But what was everybody saying that when he was publicly supporting him, when he publicly took him away, gave him time away, trained, he didn't rub him out.
Yeah,
and he's doing the things that he's been known to do his whole career. You know what I'm trying to say? Like he didn't rub him out. So for the manager to come out and say something publicly, it's obviously not a snap reaction. It's clearly the straw that's broke the camel's back.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah,
you know what I'm trying to say? That, but then everybody just wants to defend him and stand up for him and chat shit about it. But the kid's not delivering anyway. Like he's not doing what he's supposed to do. You know what I'm trying to say? He's under contract to Manchester United. The man's bought him in good faith. He was one of the top talents in the world at the time. He's not paying us back on his contract. Like he's not delivering on the pitch, and he's not delivering off the pitch. Like you know what I'm trying to say? Like he's doing absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
Like he's serving no purpose. He costs 73 million. He gets 300 something bags a week, and he serves no purpose. Like you know what I'm trying to say? That man's been chatting shit. We had to go and drop another 80 million on Anthony. We got the 80 million winger and a 70 million winger, and we still need wingers.
Yeah.
Like if Greenwood was allowed, he'll probably be playing. Like he's not delivering. Like you get what I'm trying to say? Like
yeah, it's mad how you spend that much money on those two and you
still
need someone.
Yeah. So for me, it's no loss. You get me? It's like man, I'm being a bit harsh, but it's like you're not doing that anyway. Like I don't need all this. Save you or like reconcile and do what? Come back and do what? Like fix. There's nothing to fix. You're not there anyway. It was a good sign at the time. Everyone could chat shit with hindsight at the time. Obviously, he was pulling up trees for Dortmund. He was doing his thing. He's one of the best young talents in the world. And it made sense at the time. But he's come and it hasn't worked out, bro. I don't think we need any much more time to see that it's not going to work out. And then the way that it's happened and the way that it's gone, there's no real coming back from this. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, all the talk about Ten Hag, the way he moves, he's a disciplinarian. He ain't going to have this. Like, so it's done now.
Yeah.
I would rather just find a quick solution, as quick as possible.
But you think if he gets the apology he's asking for, do you reckon it'll be something that they can kind of reconcile or not? And is he asking for a public apology or just a private one?
Boy, that sounded public to me, but I don't know. If he's got the ability and he's got talent there, he's got to apply himself in it. No one's going to cut off their nose to spite their face in it. If he starts applying himself, if he's bringing them performances in training every day and earning a place, and then coming and impacting games and doing all that, then essentially the talent will actually, he could come back. But I don't know whether he's got the frame of mind to, whether he wants to.
Yeah. I wonder what's changed with him.
Oh no, there's a story come out about Dortmund that he's been in trouble with Dortmund. Was he a player that went to a coach or something like that? senior players there that used to look after him. Or I don't know if he was a player or a coach, but when he got the main job, he kind of told the staff, like, we need to look out for my man to keep him on the straight and level, because obviously he knows what he's like, boom, boom, boom. And that's when he got his fitness up, and that was probably his best form at Dortmund. You know what I'm trying to say? Yeah. So there was a manager there that was aware of what his shortfalls were and aware of the issues and put him under his wing, and you get me? But that's like the only time, really. So since then, it's like, maybe like he needs that, you get me? Them men are knocking on his door to go and bring him. Like, he's always late for training, I'm always late for team meetings. Like, just that level of discipline should be standard for them kind of man. Yeah. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, why would your brethren, other professionals, have to come and knock for you to wake up to go to the meeting? This is what you do every day. You're not even working. It's not like you're working 9 to 5. You just got to get up in this morning and come and do this and go about your business. Yeah. And you can't even do that. So it speaks to an attitude and a mentality that he's always had in it. And then he comes back to England, and Man United's in the mud anyway. It's not like we've got them kind of characters in the dressing room that's even holding man accountable and all that. The team's as bad as it's been for God knows how long. The ownership's terrible. Like, so putting him in that situation, it's probably always going to end like that.
Sure. That's even Manchester. Just imagine he came to a London club.
Do you get what I'm saying?
He would have lost his mind.
And Manchester's getting lit, more and more lit by the weekend.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah, no, it's serious up there still.
That's probably why he's acted up. But obviously, London's magnified 10 times. So imagine him in London, like, he would have been doing all sorts.
Yeah, I would love for him to get his mind right and for things to work out. But like I said, I just feel like it's no loss. From the second he's come here, he ain't done nothing. So it's no real loss. You know what I'm trying to say? The loss is the money, 70 million, but it ain't my money, so it's what it is. Cut your losses and move on, man. I'll be on that. I'll be so on that. You get me? Because he's not doing nothing. Yeah.
I'm intrigued to see what happens next, to be fair. Interesting story.
We'll see. Poor Sancho, man. And then they're pissed that he was in America. And that's what I'm trying to say. It's not even just that he was in America at a concert. Or no, it wasn't a concert. He was celebrating John Wall's party. But Wan-Bissaka was with him. No one said nothing about Wan-Bissaka.
Was this during the season?
This is a few days ago, bro. Yeah. Since the stuff's come out.
That's poor.
What, that he's gone to America?
Yeah, of course.
Of course it is.
John Wall. I was going to celebrate with John Wall, you know. That is the optics of that is insane. You might as well be with fucking James Harden as well.
It just shows he's just worried about all the wrong things.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah, 100%. And that's what I'm trying to say. It's just because of your mindset. Because again, you're there. Aaron Wan-Bissaka's right there with you. No one ain't saying nothing. It's international.
No, the difference is Aaron Wan-Bissaka is playing week in, week out for Man United.
Exactly, so he's pulling his weight.
He has his spot. So no one's going to care that Wan-Bissaka's there.
Him and Wan-Bissaka was in the same position, you know, and they was getting called out in training about certain things. The same time, remember, he's not. Wan-Bissaka went in the team. Sancho went in the team. You know what I'm trying to say? That.
Yeah.
And that's like stuff that's been reported. Like Sancho reacted badly to it. Yeah. You get me? And went in the show and done whatever he was doing. Wan-Bissaka just got his head down and grinded and worked. Now he's back in the team every single week. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
It just goes to show, like, yeah. It's no loss to me, man. Honestly, I'd just rather get it done with. The state of that club at the moment. Yeah.
I saw a list.
It's parody.
I saw a list of things the other day. It was all the injuries you have, plus all the out of favour players you have, and this is just long.
Yeah, no, it's bonkers. Man on big wages that we can't move on.
Yeah.
Man that we've brought to the club that's not performing. Flipping man that's not allowed to play for reasons off the pitch. Then you got injuries. Then you got the ownership. You get me? Flirting to sell it for over a year, then potentially not do it. Like, and apparently they've run out of money and stuff like that. If they don't sell, the way the state of the club is, it's probably going to be hard for them to get investment on the level of investment that they're looking. You get me? That I don't know. Things just look crazy over there. You know, the only thing that can happen, that they come back from international break and they just start putting the results together, and like that could probably drown out the noise off the pitch if the results are good. They just start stringing together some wins and start playing. And that's the only thing that's going to get them out of this. If the results on the pitch stay terrible while the club's going into turmoil off the pitch, I don't know how far they fall. But yeah,
what's your next few fixtures?
We've got Brighton on Saturday, even though it's at home. It's tough.
Brighton, Bayern, Champions League, Burnley, Palace. You got Palace back to back. EFL then in the Prem.
That's not necessarily an easy run.
It's not really a bad run.
I mean, Brighton
will be tough. Bayern will be tough.
Burnley. Whatever Palace game at home is going to be tough.
Yeah.
Where's Burnley away?
Burnley's away, yeah.
We should have enough. We should have enough for them. Whatever the home game for Palace is not going to be easy either.
I think both games you're at home.
Okay, fair enough. We should do that then. Yeah, I mean, oh no, man. We just have to just see, man. Things can easily go from bad to worse, though.
Yeah.
Like, easily.
See how it goes.
But yeah, man. That's all we've got to react to, man. Let's get into Done Out Ere. Do this one. So, there's a video that we got to play.
Yeah, there is a video.
Get number 2, Brent. What the hell is this? Because there was a video, I just figured I'd watch it in real time and views on. Oh God, it's America again. Trust them. Play the video, please, Brent.
He's going 50. That's not out of control. That's not reckless for a trained driver. Yeah, lights and sirens. Yeah. Yeah. Well, there's initially, he said she was in a crosswalk. There's a witness that says no, she wasn't. But that witness could be different because I don't think she was thrown 40 feet either. I think she went up on the hood, hit the windshield, then when he hit the brakes, flew off the car. But she is dead.
Guess worse.
No, it's a regular person. Yeah.
Who is this? Police. Listen to this, listen.
Yeah, just write a check. Just... Yeah, $11,000. She was 26 anyway. She had limited value.
Wait a minute. Another police car hit a pedestrian. No, then it clocked. Yeah, another police car hit a pedestrian.
Yeah.
So he's then. This is after everything's happened. He's then telling his colleague on the phone, like, "Oh, that's what happened." That's why he says he was doing 50, but 50 is not bad for a trained driver. His colleague, a police car just hit a pedestrian. She died right at the scene. And that's what he's talking about. And says she's 26, she ain't got that much value.
What do you say, write a check for 11,000?
Yeah, so he didn't clock that his body camera was recording it. But then so basically he then went on to later say that he clocked his body camera was on, so he reported it before they listened to it and called him in.
Oh, so he reported it himself?
He said he reported himself. But you don't get points for that.
What a
Because you didn't know it was on.
Man said she was 26 anyway, she had limited value. What a fucking
give her 11,000, that'll be
shit.
that. Horrible, man.
No, that is horrible, man. This is why I told you, lot, man. You've got dreams to be cops and all that. Police is the same in any country, bro. In any language, like. These men are idiots. Because at the end of the day, they're just human beings, innit? And humans ain't shit. We all know that. They let us down every day, you get me? Then these lot put them their badges. These lot like, want to put them on a pedestal, think that they're above reproach for these kind of things. And they're not. Like, and I think it just takes a certain type of man that wants to be, or woman, or human that wants to be a police officer. I know there's some people that romanticize it and they get lost on the cause and they want to make change and whatnot. But I just don't think, I think that's the minority. You know what I'm trying to say? The majority of them policemen are like people that, I don't know, I feel like they've been under the thumb their whole life or something like this. Like, you know, like they've just like, I know it sounds cliche, but they was really like bullied in school or like they just weren't it or like they just, you know, they just want something and they think like this gun and this badge is going to make a difference to my life. It's going to
show some kind of power.
You get what I'm saying? It's going to show some kind of power. It's going to change everything. It's going to set everything straight. Like you motherfuckers are going to know. And then they get there and they're all like narcissists and that. And then like they feel like they're just better than everybody else. They feel like they feel like they're not even like literally not even say that they're better. They actually feel like they're different from other people, innit? Like they don't have to play by the same rules or live by the same rules or do the same things. Like this is what these officers do. that is proper foul to see that though. You get me? Even that I know it, like, and I've known it, I wouldn't put nothing past him. I don't expect nothing less. Like, to see it and hear them cackling like that and thinking that is proper foul. They're definitely pieces of shit still. I told you, it doesn't matter what country it is. Yeah, they're all the same, man. I'm anti-cops. That was horrible, man. I don't even have much to say about that. That was disgusting. The police force are always done at here. They could be done at here every week. If we wanted to go through and find stories of things that the police done, inappropriate things, illegal things, immoral things, we could probably do this every single week. Yeah. I got no more to say on this shit, man. That was nasty, man. But that police officer is 100% done at here, man. Hope you have the fucking day you deserve.
That's right.
Let's get into our outro. Picture for me.
Yeah. Do you know that you're in a pub quiz book?
How you mean?
Is that him up there? The blue?
Just got sent.
Oh, that's lit.
Yeah. And,
the Black British quiz book.
Oops. This is where you're featured.
What's his question?
Number 6.
What does it say? I can't see.
How Maya Jama family zoned marks.
That's what you're in the book for.
This is the bullshit that you're in.
All the things you've done, and that's what makes it in a book.
Fuck this book.
Damn.
It's probably not even black owned.
First of all, this is what they got the kids doing.
No, it's not.
Yeah, these are the babies.
You know what? Let me hold my tongue in.
What's with them and then I That's so funny. That is actually hilarious. It's part of culture though. Part of British culture. Braverman and that.
Yeah, it's better than nothing. At least I made it, innit? Pick up yourself.
There you go. All right, thank you guys for tuning in. We appreciate it. The likes are making sense. This is what I like. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, drop in your group chats, drop on your timelines. Do all that great stuff. Follow us on our social media platforms at The Day After TNB on Instagram, Twitter, and on TikTok. You can also send us your dilemmas and also the number to call. And the number is 075-6484-1073. If you'd like to inquire about the show or feature on the show, our email address is thedayafter@thenewblack.com. Free Shayla. Have a great weekend.
Peace.